Hello, hi, I am Jack, and I'm running today's game. These are my friends, I think. Right?
Nothing good.
Depends on how the session goes.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I just wanted everybody to know that anything that happens tonight isn't my fault. That's as far that zero
It's not
accountability.
my fault, bro, says God.
I just gave
Listen, he just rolled the ball down the hill. It's not his fault where it ends up.
Introducing everybody from left to right, I have Zaltu playing as Castor, splitter of parties.
And destroyer of friendships.
Well, there you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Splitter of parties. Dick of man.
Chef as Clayton Draze, unable to take a punch without passing out.
It was the
Sometimes.
circumstances.
To be fair, I had also taken like 6 arrows to the chest. Like,
Gerald
let's
as
not pretend that I was just all on my blood.
right. Gerald as Lucius, the one doing the bare minimum to break up the fight. And Spooky as Simon Nikiforov. Same. I'm just kidding with everybody. I would like somebody to go ahead and tell me what happened 2 weeks ago when we last played.
Fuck if I know.
I'm gonna attempt again.
All right.
So hang on, what the fuck was the? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just go from what I remember. I remember the gang approaching an area, and we saw big cave troll versus crystal cave troll.
They were minotaurs.
Minotaur, not trolls.
Yes.
I'm starting off great.
Yep, you killed it. Go
I
on.
mean, trolls and
we
minotaurs
killed
are the same
one.
thing, right?
Minotaur was actually protecting the area and really wouldn't tell us where to go, but that wouldn't stop him from following us. So we just kind of wandered, and if we were on the right track, then he'd probably try and stop us. We ended up going through a door, which was a big fucking brain puzzle with clones and shit. Time warp, timey-wimey stuff. We argued with ourselves. I flirted with myself. We eventually got
Castor
through.
flirted with himself too, though I'm not entirely sure what that was flirting.
I
with.
played ball with myself.
I think they just made eye contact and played catch.
That's
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. There was an infinite back and forth there, but again, time. Who knows how long that took? We fought ourselves, kind of, and then kind of agreed with ourselves, and eventually got out of the room. Fucking thank God. And then what? We ended up at this giant fucking like cavern thing with chains, where some fucking lady we see once, and we exchanged some notes, putting it lightly. And by the time note-taking session is done and we get over there,
the teacher caught us and took all those notes.
This is where I don't know how to explain what happened. I don't know the reasoning per se.
So what
but
happened?
there is now a schism in the gang.
What happened was Clayton decided, hey, you know that thing we do all the time where we drop a body and we loot it? I'm gonna do that. Castor said no. Clayton said, how about I do anyway? Which led to Castor doing his
He
absolute
said
darndest.
no, and when we said why, his answer was staring.
Yes. And then I was like,
no explanation is needed.
right.
apparently.
And then I was like, you're like 100 and something feet away. Fuck off. And then he tried to shoot me with arrows. I used shield. He walked up, kicked my ass. I stole a note. I woke up. We had an argument. He gave me zero reasoning or explanation to keep him around, other than I don't owe you anything. Never mind, we saved his life.
Other than physically holding me there.
Yeah. And we're like, all right, then fuck off. And he walked off deeper down the cavern while we all sat our asses down and took a long rest.
Short
Was
rest.
it a long rest? Or was it a
Short rest.
Short rest.
First.
Right.
Because I still don't have my slots back.
We might need to take one soon, but who knows if we can get one in this fucking cave.
The answer's no. I'm gonna have to dip into those spider levels pretty hard.
I don't know, man. If you had just wizard spell taken Liamon's tiny hut, we probably could have got one off.
Dude,
That
get
doesn't-
spell slots.
That doesn't stop
have
people from
two.
really harming us.
It
There
does.
we
It
go.
stops anybody from walking in.
I'm gonna go and
Thank
feed you
you.
guys some coins here. Thank you for giving me that ketchup. That tells me a lot.
I didn't give
Next
you any
time you
ketchup.
bring the
It was
mustard.
disgusting.
Ketchup's
What did,
alright.
I don't know what you said. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't hear that, Lucius.
I said next time you bring the mustard.
I said I didn't give you any ketchup. Ketchup is disgusting.
Okay, there you go.
Jim,
Well,
hot
first
take.
of all, I'm gonna have to tell you to get the fuck out of my game table, man. You gotta go home.
You know,
Think about what
I
you've
don't know how
done.
much power you think you have here, but
Power here.
mustard is superior.
Listen, I'm a cat and dog type person. I'm a ketchup and mustard type person, man. I love them both equally.
Yeah,
Alright.
here you are throwing him out to the wolves when he says he doesn't like either.
You gotta have a balance in your life. You can't have just mustard, man. I can't accept that. All right.
I see that, and I
50,
rate
sh-
you all
50
the
shades of
relic.
mustard.
All right. So, not to get us back on track or anything, but I'm gonna get us back on track. We find ourselves somewhere completely different. Give me just a moment as I find my ambient soundtrack. Here we go.
I forgot to switch the fucking card over. Oh well.
Yeah, you might want to do that. In the spiritual center of Tibet, upon a mountain spire, rests the monastery of Tao, the spiritual force that binds all things in the universe. By day, the Tao monks live a peaceful, communicative lifestyle and focus their spirit, mind, and body in meditative prayer and physical training. Today, a young man who has foregone his name begins his training. A young man that will one day be known as Castor. Castor, I want you to describe to me your earlier days at the Tao Monastery.
Well, I was bald.
Yeah.
Gross. Loser.
That's as much as I'm remembering right now.
We didn't go too terribly indefinite, and that's why I'm asking you now. Putting you on the spot.
Damn, bro. It's fucking savage. I was incredibly talented from a young age. I basically blew the fuck out of everyone else. All the other limp-dicked trainees around me.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with your fighting skills?
Well, it's just because I was great.
With the dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was so stiff and powerful that I could bitch slap people with my dick. I trained the skill, honed it over time.
This stream is for mature audiences, right?
Yeah, it is.
And because I was so amazing and powerful and cool and all that, I quickly rose in responsibilities to the monastery, despite my young age. I don't know how much more in depth you want me
No,
to go.
we can stop there.
Nice
In-
promotion from fucking bucket guy to bathroom cleaner.
In the on the training grounds, you are currently in one-on-one sparring. Everyone that has challenged you has fallen, every one of your peers. But there is one face that looks towards you, someone you recognize, a master of this temple. The man that will one day be known as Tenzin takes notice of you.
Oh, Legend of Korra.
I was gonna say.
No, I noticed that I remembered where I heard that name before. That's not where I got the name, though. I got it from a Wikipedia
Sure.
page.
Yeah, was it the Legend of Korra Wikipedia page?
No, it was Buddhist monks.
Impossible. Impossible.
Yeah, I know, impossible.
Legend of Korra is completely original. How dare you suggest otherwise?
All right, we're gonna bring ourselves back.
So anyway, his powers are with air.
Yeah, you can master 4 elements.
He's away of the 4 elements, yeah.
We find ourselves in the dark caverns, lit by blue flamed sconces in the labyrinth of crystal. Castor is currently making his way through it, now split off from the rest of his party. The walls seem to get darker and darker as you notice that the sconces do seem to dim in light. Although you're not entirely sure if the sconces themselves are dimming or if something else is causing this darkness. What would you like to do as you make your way through?
Can I take one of the sconces with me, just to make sure that if they ever all go out, I still have one?
Yeah, you can go ahead and try to pry one out. It is attached pretty deep in the wall. I'm gonna... you can get creative with what you want to roll.
Use strength.
Yeah, but that's why I say get creative.
Can I make an attack roll to punch it out of its hole? Like it's I'm assuming it's like basically like a cylinder of wood held in place by
more like metal, but yeah,
an empty cylinder of metal.
Yeah, you can go ahead and attempt to punch the sconce off the wall.
I just want to like uppercut it and punch the torch out.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that roll.
You exclusively place your hand on the fire.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. You punch through. No, you managed to.
You did too much damage.
You use your highly trained senses and high twitch muscle fibers. No, you break the sconce off with your fist and are now holding it.
Cool. Yeah. We'll keep going.
It does appear to get.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for crystals in the wall as well.
Right. You have noticed. I'm gonna turn this ambience down just a little bit. You have noticed that while holding the sconce, the flame doesn't seem to be dying out, but light does still seem to be almost draining from the room, from this hallway.
It's a good thing I don't need to see.
Bonk hits it on wall. Anyway, you continue down the corridor as the sconces seem to be getting darker, or at the very least, your vision is. Something along those lines. Eventually, everything goes dark. Pitch dark. Even the sconce you hold in your hand, though you do still feel the flame. You feel. You seem unable to see. You're currently blind.
I'll keep moving forward cautiously.
Dexterity saving throw.
Fuck!
Or you hit the wall right in front of you. One of those.
13.
You do feel the wall beforehand, but you do appear to be basically maneuvering in darkness. In the dark,
just hug the wall and continue walking forward.
Yeah. As you do, you have noticed something. Now that one sense is deadened, another one seems to heighten. You hear footsteps following past.
That seems normal.
That seems normal. Yeah, they're just mine for it. I'm just hearing them delayed.
But there's so many feet in the world. Why not?
I have many feet.
I have a couple. You never know when you need spares.
How many feet are in a yard? Depends on how many people are standing in it.
I'll drop the torch and I'll draw my sunblade and lighten it.
Okay, that appears to be lighting the room, or at least the area around you, as you now have this faint glow on the walls around. You do not... Whatever seems to be making the footsteps seems to be out of the range of the lights. And that's when you notice another sound. The tink of small metal, and then the whizzing of it. As a dagger comes flying at you, just piercing the veil of light that you have made.
Sweet. I'm gonna catch it.
It is going to hit you. So yeah, go ahead and roll to not get hurt by it.
You need to roll.
You need to roll. No, it hits. It's gonna hit.
Okay.
But
well, how
so
much
you need to
damage
roll
is
to.
it doing?
That's what I'm about to roll, but you can roll right now if you would
let
like.
me
Yeah.
figure out how much I actually can do now since we leveled up. It's been a long time since I've done this, and by a long time I mean
Wait, what?
a little bit.
Stuff is
Did
happening.
I hear level up?
1d10 plus.
I think he means from a bit ago. It's been a while
Yeah,
since he's
2 sessions ago.
I was gonna say I don't remember that happening.
Yeah.
12.
Okay. Pretty simple.
Pretty garbage.
You do catch it, negating all damage, but something you've noticed about this dagger is that all throughout it, there appears to be a oily substance on it.
I
When
know
you
where
go-
you're supposed to put that dagger.
when you examine it, you realize that the substance where it touches your skin, black spots appear on it with tendriling veins now moving very fast up your arm.
I will grasp it firmly.
The dagger?
I will grasp the shaft of the dagger firmly.
Yeah. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw. If you save, you will get a bit more information. Essentially, you are going down on regardless, though.
That's cool. That's cool.
You're
14.
dead. I'm killing you. No. Okay.
Good. Finally.
Don't you
as
know
the
that I've wanted for a character for like 2 years?
yeah, I've been trying to kill you. Jeez, like ever since first. Anyway, the black veins move up your arm, but your immune system seems to be stopping it for a bit, as the visage of a bird-like creature that stands taller than you pierces the veil of darkness. You recognize this man. That's it. And as your consciousness starts to fade,
Rare to find a bird underground.
very
Yeah,
tall
that's kind of how you narrowed it down.
That's the
You
weird
can't
part.
just be vacationing here.
As your consciousness begins to fade and your vision blurs ever so slightly, the man approaches and says, Tenzin puts you in high regard, but he appears to be ignorant to the trouble that you will cause. I'll make sure that I make sure that you will never cause those problems as you begin to lose consciousness and fall.
I smirk as I do.
Oh, absolutely. And your Constitution save lets you do one thing before you fall unconscious.
You just said it.
Other than smirk.
I smirk. Cool.
The smirk would have been free. I would have allowed the smirk.
I want to finish my action then and use my reaction in a key point to throw the dagger back at him.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
That is a
Hit him in the neck, he's
20 plus 9 to hit. That's a nat 20, baby!
All right, go ahead and roll damage for me.
That's a.
This is very. This is.
You count it as a monk weapon, so I think.
So
Yeah,
it would be
it counts as a
it'd be a
monk
monk weapon.
2d6 plus 4.
Nice.
13.
All right, real fast. He's also. It's it. God, he can also deflect missiles. That's the thing. So I'm rolling a d10.
You guys.
Oh my god, yeah. All right, so he does take that damage, and as soon as you do that, as you're smirking, you still have enough consciousness to tell that he is also inflicted with the same thing that he just inflicted you with. As he begins to fall to the ground and says, "God damn it!" And that's when you lose consciousness.
Both we're just gonna walk around and just be like, "What the fuck?"
I'm gonna say, yeah.
So walk up behind us and just find both of us unconscious on the ground.
Well, now that
Both at almost
Wow, I see he's moved on to a new party already.
He's already sleeping with them too. What the hell, man? It took us forever to get to that point. Anyway,
he just doesn't throw daggers at me like he used to.
We now We now hear clinging chains as small bits of updraft of winds rattles them. 3 individuals with a couple leaflets of paper in their hands are currently resting by a giant chasm before moving on further into the Labyrinth of Crystal. One of them missing a tooth. Hello, guys. How's it going?
Fine. Well, I'm pissed. But there's not much I can do about the situation, so I'm just gonna basically be licking my wounds and trying to keep my anger and ego in check so that I can make a wise decision about how to move forward. And I think I'm just gonna like take a deep breath, look at the party, and be like, "So, he's fine, right?" Like I know I said get the fuck out and all that, but like he can just go on his own, right? That's like a thing he does all the time.
I don't know.
It's not gonna be like a problem. Like I don't have to have that on my conscience or nothing.
I mean, he came out here by himself.
He did come out here by himself, but he also didn't fight anyone
Ever.
by himself. Yeah, he really
I mean,
only ever took people on when we.
When they say your greatest enemy is yourself, and when he fought himself, he was throwing, shit back and forth. So I mean, I think an enemy throwing shit at him, he should be fine.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think we have anything to worry about.
That being said, one time he did literally get his shit rocked by like 20 dudes that just shot him the fuck up.
You think there's 20 more dudes up ahead?
I don't know what's up ahead. That's part of them. I'm just
This conversation is very interesting. Bro, do you think there's 20 dudes up ahead ready to shoot their load?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there could be anything
there's
up
3
ahead.
of us right here.
We don't really know what's happened or is happening.
Right.
I'm just slightly concerned is all.
I feel like something bad just happened after the DM's narration.
I mean, it's not like I 100% give a shit. Because,
It's not like I like him or anything, Baka.
No, yeah,
but
it's just like there are some concerns because if anyone's gonna be able to clear up the situation, he can't be dead.
I don't follow.
Well, so the general concept is in order to patch things up with someone, they do have to exist. And existence is a tricky subject. You see, if someone is not alive, by all measures that one can assume, they don't fucking exist.
He walked away. He doesn't exist.
I guess you're an out of sight, out of mind individual, and I do respect that.
who are you talking about?
It's only ever been
Alright.
us 3.
Well, clearly y'all are in the denial stage of grief, and I understand that, and I don't.
I thought we're in
wish
a cave, not in Egypt.
Actually, you're in a labyrinth.
Did you
Yeah.
hit me? Did you just hit me with the denials of river in Egypt? I'm gonna fucking scream. Anyway, I'm just suggesting that maybe we should get a move on and try not to leave him or let him leave us too far behind, because I want you to think about Castor and think that he has somehow avoided pissing something off down this corridor.
We'll keep a distance. I still am
Perhaps
about last week.
it's
Or,
no
I mean,
longer
I'm not saying it's our job or our responsibility. I'm just saying that he's an asset to a degree if we can get this
you got
shit.
part of that word right.
Oh yeah. He
have
is
an asset.
indeed an et.
to have an asset important to us, you have to be cooperative or dead. And as far as I'm concerned, he's one of them.
It could be one of them. I'm just saying that we should probably not just sit here and wait.
Well,
So
regardless,
I'm gonna get
we
up
gotta
and go.
continue.
Yeah.
I'm sure the path he headed is where we gotta go.
I reload my fucking stick here.
Is everybody good to start walking?
Simon's gonna look at his ring set with like 2 spell slots left and be like, "Yeah, I guess so."
we can take a more firm nap when we're more A stronger defensive unit.
What would change? What
What
classifies stronger?
So like, I would feel better about it because listen. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I sat here for like an hour and I'm good to fucking go. I can cast the same amount of spells I could before, and like nothing can fucking stop me.
Yes, I want you to look at both of us.
Yes.
Are we anywhere close?
No. That's why I'm saying we need to find a better place to like sit down and take like a longer rest.
I mean, there's no one in this room, and it's less room than the rest of
Right.
the rooms.
So you're gonna make me say it, aren't you?
Say what?
I want to go get Castor so he doesn't get himself killed while we're taking a nap.
That is his decision.
You know what? I got a better idea. Let's go find him so we know he doesn't kill us while we take a nap.
That another thing. As long as he's not an asset, he is also a liability.
He could be waiting to try and kill us.
Castor's
And is a little,
just got-
little unpredictable.
There's just like a
Yeah,
pillar that he hid behind on his way out.
Keep watch.
His
you're
whole
good to go,
fucking
remember?
thing is catching projectiles, and I have a gun.
Yeah, but you have magic.
If the magic counts as a projectile, I can throw it back too. I can throw back
It
magic
does
missiles,
not.
which is fucking weird.
It does not, but let's go.
You would only be able to catch one at best.
I would like to go there at least.
Anyway, so let's keep
I
on
want-
trucking,
really
gang.
closer to the end of this because if we long rest now and then we have to fight 5 other dudes and then we show up, I don't want to take another long rest. I just want to go.
But right now, I'm welcome to walk. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can cover us until we get to a closer point.
It's
I'll-
next to
hey,
nothing.
I'll
'Cause
take
you'll
lead here.
Take a short rest and you'll be fine again.
I'll take lead here. Exactly. So I can take lead and I can be a little more.
I want you to look at me. There's functionally no difference on your part.
Correct.
We would only be better equipped if there's 5 guys in front of us.
Correct.
Potentially with burgers and fries.
I'm
I
gonna
would
go and
also
give you. I'm gonna give you a Jack dollar for that one. That caught me.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the pun. There you go.
Let's go.
All right.
Start walking.
Clayton, Lucius, and Simon. I don't know if exactly in that order. Do continue
Yeah.
making their way down the hallway
Sounds
where they. Yeah.
Downtown.
Which Castor had.
Cave.
Yeah, which Castor had. It's a labyrinth. God damn it! It's hallways.
Yeah, this fucking cave.
I have
Clayton, Lucius, and Simon begin making their way down the labyrinth hallway.
Now it's only important for Simon to cast light.
I have the eyes of eagle seeing and devil sight. So
Yeah, so now only I need the light switch.
The same passageway that Castor went down. However, after quite some time of walking, you notice that you aren't catching up with him. Maybe he's just fast. Who knows?
he is faster than us.
Yeah. You begin making your way down the winding tunnels, and eventually, I need you guys to give me a D6 roll.
All right.
Well, actually, hold on. Give me a D3 roll.
3.
Nice.
It's in the
There.
gods.
That's
Whatever
actually,
it
you
is.
know what? I like this. Is this one I wanted to do tonight anyway, so it's great.
So
It's
they
actually
make-
yeah,
don't
it lines
leave
up
it up
pretty
to
well. You all enter into a room that has 2 exits. There is no buttons on the walls this time. However, there is a central pedestal that seems to have a big button that can be pushed down. On the other door, there appears to be a stone carving, something akin to a sundial, but it's unclear exactly.
I'm sorry, continue.
I'm sorry. There's just the door leading out appears to be closed. However, the one leading in is open.
Can I?
You know, I like to imagine that no matter what we fucking rolled, you were gonna say the same thing. Oh man, I want to do this tonight.
No,
And it's
no,
just the
legitimately,
same
that
one.
was 3. There's 2 other rooms that I would have been happy to do those ones too. This is just the one that we landed on.
I would like to roll like a perception check to understand this.
I was just
A
gonna use
perception check would not be to understand. Investigation would be, or insight. I'd also accept insight.
I was gonna start messing with the sundial using my rock with light casted on it.
Okay. All right. With your investigation, that is not a sundial, but it is actually a clock. The part that looks like it'd be a sundial does appear to move, or it can move. It's not moving right now. The numbers in Roman numerals go from 30 to 0. Well, like all the way back around.
I'm gonna move it with Mage Hand.
You cannot move it with Mage Hand. It appears to be locked in
Too heavy.
place by a force heavier than Mage Hand can move, yeah.
Then I rolling up my sleeves, Magic Boys on the case.
Yeah, Simon, this is heavy.
I tried my one thing, Simon.
Yeah, listen, Simon. I have these noodly arms that are only good for holding a gun.
Literally, that mage hand is stronger than I am.
All right.
I'm gonna use my big beefy boy arms and see if I can move it.
Okay. Go ahead and try to use your big beefy boy arms.
Thank you for using their government name.
18 strength is unable to move it, and you can surmise with that strength check that whatever is holding this in place probably can't be brute forced.
Let's shoot it.
What's around? What's around here?
There is the button in the central pedestal in there. Outside of that, the walls appear to be rather plain. Some light dust on the floor after years of erosion probably made it. Trying to figure out. Going back on the same investigation roll, the doors appear to be similar from the other room that you had found yourself in with a similar button layout. So you can probably surmise that if you press that button, something will happen. Probably the doors will close. I'll give you that one.
I mean, to be fair, as soon as I saw one door open, one door close, I'm like, not this again.
Push the button.
You push the button. The timer starts. The sundial piece moves from the 30 to 29. Then it moves to 28.
What's happening in the
27.
room while this is going on?
The room appears to be normal at first. However, at around 25, you've noticed that the room shifts to darkness.
I can
And
see
the
through magic.
door behind you has closed at this point. It has closed, and you guys are locked in the room. As it goes to 24, 23, 22, the room gets darker and darker.
How is the room lit?
Magical sconces, but it appears to be... That doesn't seem to be what's making it dark. Those aren't dimming, per se. But your
my
general
devil sight-
perception.
My
Oh,
devil
even
sight
that.
lets me see through magical darkness.
Oh, even that. It appears to be darkness, but with Devil Sight. Here's the thing.
even-
You can see everybody in the room. Everybody who's in the room, you can see them clear as day. Like nothing has changed, but the room itself has gotten darker. And we move from 20 to 19.
What if...
Yeah, I go to move towards the door.
We're going to move towards the door. The door appears to be closed. 18. 17.
Let's look around the
16.
room and let's try to find something that we're supposed to be like pressing or something.
Okay.
yeah,
you can
I
give me a perception
roll
check.
like a perception? Okay.
Yeah, you can
Alright.
absolutely do that.
Advantage, perception. Here we go, boys. 19.
The only thing of note in the room that you do notice is the button in the middle, which also appears, now that you look at it, does not appear to be
Shit.
darkening with the rest of the room.
I pressed it again.
The timer resets to 30, 29, 28.
Did the
it's
room
so
like
dark.
reset in its brightness?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's reset in its brightness.
Can I
It goes-
see if I can slow down the clock with my big beefy boy arm?
You can try.
Just to see if I can either speed it up or slow it down,
Reset
like
the
move it
clock.
at all. That's
Not with the Nate. Not with the Nate. You're not able. You're like starting to try to push it back to 30, and it goes 25, 26. Or sorry, 25, 24, 23.
I don't want to let it go to 1. So if I'm just gonna let it run out until it gets to like 5 or something, and then press it again, see what happens.
You decide to let it run as it goes from 10, 9. The room gets very, very dark at this point. Nothing appears to be visible anymore outside the buttons and yourselves, and even the timer above the door. it goes to 5. You start seeing little holes in the sky around you, this non-room. As you look more closely, they appear to be eyes looking back at you. 3, 2, the eyes are wide and bright. There appears to be this dreaded gaze that seeps into your very soul. 1. Do you do anything at 1?
Push the button.
Press the button. 30, the room resets. 29.
Okay.
So what
28.
the fuck was that?
I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I think it's going to be mean as hell. If it comes through, I say we let the timer run out and we see what happens, because I got nothing else.
You know, it was funny. I wish I had
Don't
any more spell
fucking
slots.
start with me on this.
Because, it'd be really nice if
I
that thing looks
told you.
mean, meant something positive.
I told you that I could handle it if something comes, and I can handle it. I can handle it if this thing gets
Oh
pops
yeah?
off.
You're just gonna
Yeah.
whip out the old 6-shooter and face the moon god?
I am indeed going to whip out my 6-shooter. Yeah, you think that my plan when we get to the Crystal God is not also to just whip out my 6-shooter and do something about it?
Yeah, but we'll have spell slots then.
Now,
We can
you
check-
all begin to look at the clock. 25, 24, 23, as we pull ourselves away. Real fast. We find ourselves on a very cold night. The wind is blowing outside the window much faster than it usually does, but it's not too abnormal for the mountains up here in Tibet. Castor, you are waking up from a nice nap. Your training has been going apace in something you... Tenzin is personally, or the man that you know will become Tenzin, has been training you himself. It has been quite challenging, but you've been taking every challenge like a champ. So I would like you to describe kind of how your quarters
You're
are.
cutting out super hard.
Am I cutting out super hard?
Not for me.
Not only
That's,
for... Okay.
that's a lot of robot.
That
That might
is-
be your end.
It might just
Is it
be
you?
your end. Can you not hear me? I could try switching the server real
Can
fast.
the other two talk?
Up a second. Let me try
Testing,
something.
testing, 1,
Hello?
2, 3.
Hi?
You
Hello?
seem fine.
Can you hear me?
I can.
I know you guys can.
Nope. Here's it.
Alright, I'm gonna
Discord says
try-
1 bar, so
How about now? Can you hear me now?
let me try.
I can just switch the server after if he comes. Can
Hello?
you hear me now?
Yeah. There we go. Discord now is 4 bars. I had 1 bar in Discord. I'm assuming I got disconnected for some reason.
Ha! No, I'm sorry. But what was the last thing you heard me say?
I was waking up.
You were waking
Chat.
up. It was a cold night, but the morning is slightly warmer, but the winds are just still howling outside your window. This is something common for the mountains of Tibet. However, it does appear to be just a bit colder than usual. Tenzin has been training you personally since you've caught his ire at the training grounds. And it's been tough training, tougher than usual, but you've been taking it like a champ. It's been really hashing
Like a
these out.
Chad, one would say.
Like a Chad. And you know that you're supposed to meet up with them today for some specialized training. I would like you to describe kind of how your quarters are.
Completely barren.
Nothing
Bar.
at all.
Or 1 plastic duck.
I call him Mr. Quackers.
My real backstory is someone broke my fucking Mr. Quackers, and I will have vengeance.
The world shall know of my fury and the
You
fury
will
of the Quacker family.
Like Mr. Quackers did.
Anyway.
It is completely barren.
Okay.
completely
You have no
empty.
personal effects at all. You've completely foregone
None
them.
whatsoever. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, it's probably a shared room.
Yeah, it's I definitely say that. Would you like to describe any of the students that you've practiced with, or any of your peers at all that would probably be in the same room, or do you think they're of little consequence?
I probably would have paid absolutely no attention to them, seeing as they're beta cucks.
All right. The only thing you know is that you're to meet Master Your master He doesn't have a name quite yet.
Master.
Master. Your specific master. Out basically at the entrance, the long wooden bridge that connects the entrance to the Tal Monastery to the rest of the world. But other
Guess
than
I'll
that,
head there. I mean, it's happened in the past, so I'm assuming I don't have that much choice in the matter.
you do. You make your way through the entirety of the monastery. You see the gardens that are currently covered up to stop the cold weather from harming them too much. And you see various of other masters and other peers of yours as they go about their daily lives. Some of them that you've trained with do kind of give you a weird look. But it doesn't seem like too much
Jealousy.
comes of it.
Simply.
Yeah, basically. You do make your way to the entrance of the Tal Monastery, of which you know almost hangs on the side of a massive cliff. It's pretty much built into it. There's not a whole lot underneath it. And Tenzin, or the man that will be Tenzin, greets you. He says, "Pupil, today we will try a bit of a different training method." And he looks up the cliff of which the monastery is built into, and he tells you to climb it.
Guess I will. Easily.
All right.
Have
I will
to
need
fucking
rolls.
brag.
I will need rolls.
Oh,
As
shit.
you,
But I'm level 7.
no, you're technically level 1 at this point, but we're not there. This is a bit of a weird situation. The way you see yourself isn't of the version of you from this time specifically, but more of the time before you passed out. Almost like living through a memory that's, just vaguely there.
Wait, so I'm realizing
You're not
that, like,
entirely
dreaming?
aware. It's like a dream. It's like a
Okay.
dream that you're not aware of. So there is
And
the
didn't consent
cliff. There is the cliff of which you can climb up. The wind has made the stone cold and icy to the touch. And I'm going to need both a dexterity check and a constitution check to see whether or not you can get up it at all.
Using my current stats?
You can use your current stats, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll just modify the DC to account.
Is it an acrobatics check and a...
You can make it
Athletics
in
check?
acrobatics. You
I'd
can
like
make it in
it to be
acrobatics. The
acrobatics.
constitution still needs to go through as well.
So an acrobatics and a constitution.
And a constitution, yes.
There
These are for
no
two
skills.
separate things.
There are no skills that rely on constitution?
No, there isn't. It's
Yep.
just a straight constitution
Wow.
check, yeah.
There should be one. I petitioned to have drinking as a skill.
There are always the option for
second
like
that.
custom skill pairings. I mean, that's always been in the book.
Yeah.
If you think there's
Okay, well, I
something...
failed.
Well, there's
you-
always the option for customs. You dumb bitch.
Anyway, you are able to make your way up the mountain quite a bit. This check wasn't for an immediate thing. But you begin climbing, and eventually you actually lose Tenzin in the wind. Almost like the snow that caps this area seems to be diverting your attention. You can't see him through the snow. It's a complete whiteout after a little bit. But you keep climbing nonetheless. I still need that constitution check, by the way.
I figured they were both from the same. So.
No. It's also
17. There you go. Plus 7? No, not 1.
your hands are chilly to the stone, but you are able to manage some heat by rubbing them together, by holding on to some more out-jutting rocks and then rubbing them together to keep the heat, so you don't frostbite. But that is when your first trial appears to hit its course. The winds pick up in an immense speed, something that you weren't, you could have accounted for, but it kind of hit you
Decided
while you were
not to.
warming your hands. No, it caught you while you were warming your hands, The small little rock that you were holding on to, you grip even tighter to stay on, but you do hear it crack and break, and you are currently in a free fall.
How high have I climbed in terms of feet?
It's a considerable height, and there's also a possibility that you're over the edge of the entrance, and you'll fall even further than where you started. But you can't see it. There's the whiteout.
I mean,
if you would like to give me a perception check, there is probably some things that you could make out. That would be useful to you.
Here we go. Perception. 18.
Oh, that's good. As you're falling, in a bit of a panic, you do notice something through the whiteout. A small light in the mountainside. Something that shouldn't be a house or anything like that. It shouldn't be anybody's room. It doesn't appear to be part of the monastery, but it is in the cliff face as you're falling. And it appears that you could theoretically catch yourself and put yourself towards that light.
I really just want to slam down in front of Tenzin and Dab, though.
I mean, if you think about it, there's no way for you to remember this if it didn't happen.
That's
So
true.
surely you're alive afterwards.
Yeah, clearly. Would I have really climbed over 60 feet?
Yes, you would have.
Yeah, okay.
At this point. I kind of breezed by it, but it was a considerable distance that you were climbing. The cliff all the way to the very top is much higher than the actual monastery, and that appears to be where you were supposed to be. But you are currently in free fall.
Okay. Did I climb more than 180 feet?
Yes.
Fuck's sake, damn, bro.
As you approach the light in your fall, you have noticed that it's a recess into something. Like maybe a small cave.
I suppose I'll fucking grab onto it. Since
Dexterity
apparently that's what I'm supposed to do.
Dexterity saving throw.
25.
You succeed. You manage to catch yourself on some rocks, scraping yourself up a little bit, and even dislocating a hip. But you do manage to catch yourself on the cave entrance as you're trying to scramble up to get in to where this light is. A hand grabs yours, and it appears to be an elderly. No. It doesn't appear to be an attack. It doesn't appear to be hostile unless unless Castor makes it so.
Okay.
The arm grabs you. It seems to be a gangly. The person is struggling to get you, but with your 25 dexterity save, he only needs to do so much. And a very elderly man with a very gray beard and very gaunt skin. His flesh seems to be almost tied tight around his bones. But he lifts you up into this cave, of which there's a small fire.
I'm gonna start by relocating my hip.
Go at you, yeah, right in, and it's painful as hell, but it's nothing for Castor, or the man that will one day be Castor. The man says, "You fell quite a lot. What were you doing up there?"
The same thing you're doing, presumably.
Oh, and what might that be?
Pursuing your goals.
I assure you I've stopped pursuing my goals a long time ago.
Yet you have not yet crossed death's door.
Well, I suppose they take us when they're ready.
My appointment got delayed.
Would you like to...
The blizzard kind of delayed death. Also, I'm on a mountain. It's a bit...
Would you like some goats? There was a billy goat that climbed up here not too long ago, and I'm currently cooking him up for dinner.
So you killed him. The one piece of nature that managed to get up here.
Do you want it or not?
I'm not sure I can eat in a dream, so...
Not quite lucid. Not quite that lucid.
You seem like you need the nutrients more than me, old man.
Well, and I suppose you are right. So tell me, Were you climbing up or were you climbing down? As he prepares his own meal.
I
Well-
mean, if climbing down was what it looked like, it's a pretty embarrassing job.
Well, considering I was going down, technically I was climbing down, whether it was voluntary or not.
He does laugh at that. I haven't heard a joke in quite some time.
It was not a joke.
He does kind of catch himself with a slight cough at that point. Tell me, why do you want to climb up then? If it was involuntary.
I was pursuing my goals.
And look where that got you. A nearly broken hip, scraped knee, and at my very own doorstep. The doorstep
And
of
valuable
failures.
experience.
And tell you it's no valuable if not used. As he sits down. He seems to pant heavily as he's doing so, almost like just doing what he's done today has taken far too much out of him.
Well, he is very old.
He is very old. I myself gave up my goals long ago. I believe I was very close too, but I wasn't able to climb the mountain. So I decided to set up shop here. Live out the rest of my days in content with what I had.
You have a shop here?
It's a turn of phrase in the outer world.
Well, if you have no goals, then I have no particular reason to entertain you.
Are you sure? I haven't had company in quite some time. I would enjoy a talk of the outside world.
Then would you say your goal is to enjoy a talk?
He does ponder that for some time. I suppose for now, I suppose it would be. And he
For
does
a man
think
of
to
your
himself.
age, you seem to be lacking in training.
I haven't trained in quite some time. Your garb, it is indicative of the Tau monastery not too far from here, I'm sure.
Yes, apparently over 160 feet away, but yes.
What if when you were just like, you seem to be lacking in training yourself, old man? He was just like, all right, well, I guess you'll hit the floor next time. I guess that's fine. Like,
I was thinking more like he rips off his robes and he's like fucking Master Roshi or something, just like
he's like Simon.
Oh yeah, it's just Simon. Yeah, no, it's He does look a little bit confused, almost like he's pondering something. Huh? A goal. I suppose that would be my goal. Would you help me in this goal, in this endeavor, to have a small chat for today?
What should I expect to gain from it?
I expect that you wouldn't gain too much. I would gain everything. Companionship after so long here, it is lonely.
I'm not interested in fulfilling your needs.
I suppose I cannot make
Oh,
you.
Lord.
Then if you would like to continue on your way, then you are so inclined to do so. And I will stay
Then
here
perhaps
and
I
enjoy my goats.
You don't do that! I'm gonna start
You wake up
thinking.
taking psychic damage.
The DM decided the poison is lethal now. No.
It's okay, at least I took the bird down with me.
Right. So do you move on from the cave and continue climbing?
I turn to leave, yes.
Alright. And you do. And you continue climbing up this now snow-capped mountain. At first it was but a gentle breeze that was much harsher than normal. Not gentle, but a harsh breeze. Now it appears to be a full-on blizzard. As we lose you in the white light of the snow, we do come back to a room with a ticking clock. 10, 9, 8. The room is
try to
very,
touch it
very
again.
dark. The button or
The dial.
The dial. With a 20, you attempt to try to move the dial, but you are unable to as it's fixed in place. 8,
DC 30,
or
yeah.
fixed in place from its current position. 8, 7, 6. The room is visibly dark. There is no room anymore. 6, 5, 4. The little holes in the room show themselves to be eyes and glare at you very
Can I make a
menacingly.
Arcana check?
Absolutely, you can.
Right.
5, 4, 3. With a
13.
13 Arcana. It must be some eldritch horror or something along those lines. Whatever this is.
Can I make a perception on it?
A perception on what?
Or an
specifically?
investigation on what, like, try to deduce anything of what this could possibly be other than giant fucking eyes.
That would be investigation or insight, I would say.
I'll do insight. Shit.
Insight 12. There is the button in the middle of the room. The timer is counting down. 2, 1.
Can I try
Does anybody do anything?
thaumaturgy to try and brighten the room while it's getting dark?
The room is already pitch black outside of yourselves.
Would it do anything to it?
You attempt to cast it in the last seconds, and nothing appears to be happening. Anybody else doing anything in the last second as a frantic move?
Preparing to shoot something.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm just holding my ground.
The one ticks back all the way around to 30 as the room goes back to normal. The door opens up, same with the entrance, and it appears that you are free to move forward.
What did I say? You're sitting here and you're doubting me and you're like, look at that Elder Horror. Let's get the fuck out of here, man.
We leave the room and it's
Man, I don't know if
us
you just
holding
heard
buttons.
like things in your head, but no one said Eldritch Horror. Come on.
Now, listen, I saw that thing. It was at least supposed to look like an Eldritch Horror.
The Minotaur walks through the entrance door and looks at you and says something in Abyssal. You don't know what he says.
Exactly.
Thumbs up, pal.
Alright, we continue along our way.
All right, you continue along your way. Go ahead and give me a D2 roll.
I got this one. No. Aha, 2.
Wow, you guys keep rolling high. All right.
When do we roll the D1?
Oh,
I don't know, man. We'll have to figure it out. All right.
Crit
Dude,
fail.
you failed.
or did I succeed?
I don't
No,
know.
Red.
I don't know. Anyway, you make your way down the hallways of the labyrinth.
Cave.
Labyrinth. Its walls, they're cut into the. It's a design and everything. There's like blue inlaid lights. Whatever. You eventually
design the
find
cave.
your way. You eventually find your way into yet another room. I know, crazy. This one, however, from its entrance, there appears to be only one way out, and there are large crystal-like tendrils, almost like roots of a tree that seems to be completely cutting off the room from one side to another.
Well,
Wish I had spell slots.
no,
that I
don't
could
worry
help,
about it. Ching! I'm gonna aim my gun and I'm just gonna shoot it.
Okay, you shoot. The bullet hits the crystal, cracking it ever so slightly, but the bullet goes wings off, deflects, and goes right past your head.
Well,
The crystal begins to heal, and it seems to be fully healed after but a thought.
I'm gonna Eldritch blast it.
Okay.
2 blasts.
You Eldritch blast it twice in the same spot. More cracks, much larger this time. They heal almost instantly. It appears that this
Where
is
does
pretty
it-
close to its source.
We're pretty close to its source. Shit. Where does it? Wait a minute.
The entire
Pretty
room
close
is
to
cut off, but you can see like through the clear crystal that there is like another passageway
I mean-
beyond.
Shatter?
Could be.
Hold on. We're pretty close to its source, right?
Yeah.
Well, based on just how fast it's healing, there's at least some amount of power close by. That's
Do you
these are
think
connected
that
to.
this? No, this might not be a good place to drop off our buddies.
What do you mean?
My little crystal poisons.
Not right here.
Yeah, not right here. But this could be an interesting place to long rest.
If you want to after the long rest, I think that you could try throwing one of them against it.
Actually, I've got another plan. I'm going to approach.
Just any reason to not let us sleep.
I'm going. Hold on. I just want to do this first. I'm going to approach the crystal.
Okay.
Just one more thing, Mom. 5 more minutes.
Yeah. I approach the crystal.
Okay. You've
Get
approached the
all-
crystal. You're next to it.
Uh,
Your
I would
position
like
to the
roll-
crystal is right next to.
I would like to roll
Mere
Arcana
inches.
first.
Okay, go
On
ahead and
this
roll an
crystal.
Arcana.
18.
It is crystal, all right. It's magical
Okay.
crystal. The same type you've come in contact with, just like a thicker vein than you're normally used to.
Yeah. So this does it have that same inky blackness that
Oh,
the
yes.
bad crystal has?
Yes, absolutely.
I haven't tried to interface with crystal like this yet.
Right.
So what I will do is I will ask Lucius and Simon to stand back, and I will thunderstep.
Okay.
Just boom, try to blow it out of the water.
All right, you can go ahead and roll damage for that then.
All right.
Like, is your attempt to like try to barrel through it?
I'm going to teleport back, but I would like to see how much damage it's going to take. So that's 18 points of damage. Ooh, low rolls.
There is a large crack from the thunderous step. You're not able to teleport past it. There
No, I was
appears
trying to
be
teleport back.
Okay,
away
you teleport back away from it. The large crack, there is almost like a crater in it, but it begins healing pretty fast. Within a sentence time, it's fully healed.
Yeah, we're going to need a stronger hit than this or something. Well, looks like that rest y'all wanted is here.
Do you guys want to just like
Wait a
full on
second.
sleep?
Yeah. Clayton goes, wait a second. Castor didn't get past this.
That's what I was about to say. I'm just looking at the
Did I-
door. I'm thinking, how would he have gone past this? Where did he go?
There was no diverge.
Unless he's grown, like the crystals have grown since then.
Unless something...
Something
Listen,
purposefully blocked it off.
Castor's a tough guy, but I 4th level thunderstepped that. I put a lot of power behind that hit, and it didn't get us through.
And you rolled a 1 and a 2.
But I also rolled a 10, so... so it's like... Color me intrigued. On our way through, we didn't see any, like, other directions to go, did we?
You
Not-
underestimate my power!
Not necessarily. It's very strange how all these rooms are connected. For a labyrinth, it is pretty much a straight line, but you have heard from the Minotaur through like the base speech you're able to get back and forth that there's something else about the way that this labyrinth is constructed. Perhaps
Reminds me of
while
that
there is a
one
straight
picture
line,
film of
Do
the...
you have a message?
Yeah.
I would like you to start pointing in random directions and try to get a message to Castor. See if he's within 120 feet of us.
You need
Alright,
a line of
let's-
sight for that?
You don't. You
Yeah,
just need their
a
general
direction.
direction.
Damn.
how?
I'm
What's
gonna-
the distance on it?
120 feet.
Okay. Well, you can
So-
attempt to start pointing in random directions. And eventually,
Yeah.
after whispering, you feel like the magic took hold on something. And you say your message to them. Whatever that may be. But you do not get a
Bitch.
response back. So you do feel
Respond or
the
you're gay.
magic... Yeah, you do feel the magic connect past the doorway.
So he's on the other side.
But nothing appears to be of triggered
Oh,
it
you just
properly.
messaged the Minotaur.
If
I don't think we have
if we big brain this, we take a big old nap, and then we wake up, and I just start blasting like minute meteors or
Shatter.
thunder
Hold on,
wave,
hold on,
and then
hold
we
on.
shatter, and then you thunderstep. We might be able to break enough of it to get through if we just like charge.
It is going to cost me a spell slot, though.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I get mine's back on a short rest, but I do only have 2 of them. That means that we would go into final combat with 2.
Not if we just get to the
Or
other
with
side of
one.
the door.
All right. We should nap though because everybody's fucking.
Everybody's
I
exhausted.
I turned to Simon and I'm like, if you've got his number, essentially, just point in that direction and tell him to stay put. We're gonna take a nap, pretty long nap.
we're fucking wiped.
Do you send
He's
that
going
message
to-
to where you found the
he's-
connection?
He's going to send a message, but it's not going to be that. He's just going to say, I swear to God, if you don't stop moving so we can find you, I'm going to kick your ass.
All right.
But and then Clayton's like, "Is it good? Did he get it?"
Probably.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna do one thing before we sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Just to try, I'm gonna shatter.
Okay.
Oh, you still have a shadow left.
I can use it at
Oh.
3rd level. I mean, it'll
Will
act
it-
like 2nd, but
Well, at
Probably-
that point, then we can just try it again and then sleep on the other side. Because I
Right.
have enough to upcast Thunderwave if I wanted to.
because
Can
I
you
was
have
thinking
cast
I
shatter?
could waste
I don't
the
have
spell
shatter.
slots now
You don't
and
have
then
shatter.
long rest.
No, he has Shatter. I don't have Shatter.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, if we're willing to do that, I do have something else for that, and we can all blast at it at once.
What are you thinking of?
I can Eldritch Smite.
That's true.
That's 5d8 force damage
Okay. Yeah.
plus 2d8 bullet damage.
Yeah.
All right, so if let's all get in position.
Okay.
Well, the issue though is that we have to. I at least have to be within 15 feet of it, and the rest of us have to be able to get through it really quickly.
Yeah.
So if you can grab Lucius and. Oh no, because you just used your Thunder Step.
I would still I have one more. The choice is I can either Thunderstep or Eldritch Smite.
Yeah,
Based
but what
on
I'm
the
saying
amount
is
of
if
time
we
it
could-
took you to heal the small crater, if you could make a wide enough hole, you would have time to just run through.
We can run through.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Yeah.
sweet.
Well then, let's try that.
And let's do that.
Okay.
All
Okay, so
three
the
at
plan
once.
is to nuke it. Okay, got it.
Yep.
I'm always on board for
Uh,
nuking.
I have to relook at my Eldritch Smite real fast because it changed when I leveled up.
Yeah, I had to bring up Thunderwave just now.
Spend a warlock spot to
Increases by
extra
1d8.
1d4 plus another d8 per level. Yeah, so 5d8 plus 2d8 plus 3 or plus 4.
It's a lot of D8.
So
Yeah, and then I have
7d8 plus
5d8.
4.
I can't do shit. I can't.
All right, let's all set up our damage, and then I'll hit enter at the same time.
I mean,
Okay.
okay, I have mine.
Ready?
Hang on.
It's not really a moving target and it is big, so trying to hit the same spot isn't like a problem. Yeah.
I do want to angle all of it in the squares in front of me, though. That way, it's not like
Yeah.
trying to split it between around me. It's all directly forward.
Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So that's
Mine didn't.
quite a bit. That's well over 50.
Hold on, he didn't show up.
There,
There we
it
go.
goes.
Oh, that is way over 50.
46 plus 26 is.
I rolled the same as Lucius.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
72.
anarchy.
That's 72 points of damage. You all let out a cacophony of magical power as you break the
Bust a
crystal
nut.
to shreds. Yeah, absolutely. And as soon as you see the opening, as it starts to heal almost immediately, you all book it to the other side. And you're able to get to the other side before the crystal fully forms back.
All right, teamwork. High fives all around. Here we
Simon's
go.
face down in the dirt.
All right, he's tired. We're gonna rest here. We're gonna take a nap.
Real quick. I just want to kind of do a check just to make sure that we are safe here. Like, there's no fucking like other hidden puzzle in this stupid fucking room. We're not gonna fucking.
Oh yeah,
have
you
anything
actually got
happen to
in.
us. We're not gonna run out of air or something.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do like an investigation.
I'll do a perception.
Fuck.
Have no fear. 25.
The only
25.
thing really
25.
The only thing
25.
really alarming about this room is, in fact, the crystal itself. You feel like you would be safe if you decided to pass out.
I'm sure
here.
it wouldn't grow over us while we sleep and swallow us whole.
What? No,
Let's
I don't know what
Let's
you're
have a
talking
long
about.
rest. Send
Okay.
that message again to Castor.
So you
we
guys,
got to do.
you guys begin to set up your small little bed rolls, some jerky, getting out, having a nice little snack.
Don't
Meanwhile-
forget the alcohol.
Yeah, don't forget the alcohol as you guys go to have yourself a nice nap throughout the entire night. And at that point, we find ourselves in a spot covered completely in snow. I need a Constitution check from
Coming
Castor.
right up.
For a second, I thought you were still talking to us, so I was about to be like, okay.
A
I
lot
guess.
changed.
I guess I'm up.
It is significantly colder than it was before, but you are managing to hold out by pure will alone.
Or pure constitution, as the case may be.
One of those would be, yeah. I use my intelligence to be just be hot, forehead. Anyway, my charisma. I'm hot. Listen, no.
Yeah, hot forehead.
You are currently climbing up the mountain. And while you are, even though there's this cacophony of wind past your ears, you are able to hear it. You hear the ting of metal into rock. And then you hear it again. And then you hear a profanity being spoken.
Ugh, tourists.
There appears to be somebody who sounds extremely angry, but they are climbing the mountain right beside you with full climbing gear. They hack into the rock with a ice pick, and they look over to you and just go, "What the hell are you looking at? Huh?" It appears to be a woman of some kinds.
Yeah, I was gonna say something out of character. I wouldn't have looked at her in the first place, so
Okay.
I continue ignoring
She
her.
still says it anyway. And she said,
Continue ignoring her and keep moving forward, muttering amateurs under my breath.
"Oh, what's that? What did you say to me? I'll have you know I'm a professional. I've been climbing mountains my entire life." And she starts climbing faster and keeping pace with you.
I just kind of like grunt. It's like, you haven't been climbing mountains, your gear has.
And then you climb faster. And then she climbs faster. I would want to know how much of a competition you're willing to make this. Will you
Absolutely
just let
not.
her? Okay. So she's climbing past you. And it looks like she's gaining some distance. But then she stops and she just goes, "You're not making this any fun for me, you know that?"
That was not my goal.
Really? So you would just let me win, just like that?
I don't know what exactly you're trying to win.
Well, obviously, we're both trying to get to the top of the mountain. But
can
clearly,
both
I will make it there
accomplish that goal.
first.
We can both accomplish the goal.
But I'll do it first.
Woo.
Enjoy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
She-
nothing's
Oh
a
my god, you
competition.
can take that gold medal you'll get and shove it right up your ass.
The Olympics haven't been invented yet, unfortunately. Well, haven't been reinstated yet, unfortunately.
She begins to climb down just a little bit to stay in pace with you. And while you're just climbing nonchalantly, totally just wishing this was unsolicited, she does say, "What is your problem?"
I do believe you were the one
What
that
a loaded
spoke to me
question.
first.
How much fucking time you got?
Are you just going to ignore a little bit of healthy competition?
A competition is only healthy if it provides some form of benefit.
Well, if you can beat me, then that means you're better than my gear. But obviously you have no problems with letting me win. So I suppose my gear is superior after all.
Your gear is made of metal. I am not. The entire premise of your competition is misbased.
Therefore, making me the victor.
So you are fine with being what you are. Fine with being no more, not gaining anything, any strength higher than that of tools wielded by common man.
I would
You
rather not
misunderstand me. I just
I
know
would-
I'm already better than you.
You fool! I would rather not become iron. The stories of Medusa of the... Wait, I was to say west or east or west. The stories of Medusa of the west are not one I'm particularly eager to experience firsthand. Let me put it in a way that'll make it
I was
simple for
not
you.
expecting that
for your
specific.
untrained mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Tell her off, Castor.
I strive to be the best of who I am, not the worst of who I am not.
Smash cut to Clayton. Yo, you want some devil powers? Hell, fucking yeah! All pun intended.
And she appears to be thinking to herself for a bit. Even though you're both still climbing, there's a bit of pondering. And while you're climbing, she does make the best of who you are. So you would achieve this challenge, this mighty task of getting to the top of the mountain with nothing but your bare hands. And you'd be fine with taking your time to do it.
Certainly.
Congratulations, you used your key point to take the wind out of her sails.
She simply scoffs and continues to climb, muttering something under her breath about just being annoying, or something along those lines. It's like somebody who lost the internet arguments. She continues to climb
dabbed
up.
on. I would dab, but I also don't want to let go.
He fucking dies for dabbing.
I let myself fall backwards and then just dab.
The
400
wind
feet below, I slam on top of tens and still dabbing.
The wind picks up and the snow covers you once more as we bring ourselves out. Back to the caves, of which three people who are currently having a nice rest. All while a Minotaur... Yeah. A Minotaur doesn't appear to need sleep. Huh. Who just greets you in the morning by looking at you and giving a bit of a huff.
Yeah, morning. Oh, fuck. Anybody get the number of the truck that hit us?
The Minotaur says something in a grumbled voice that you do not understand.
That's the spirit. All right, message Castor again. Let him know we're up.
I just try it again, and I'm just like...
You do
back on your
connect to
trail.
something. Yeah, you connect to something, and you send out the message, but there is no response back.
All right,
It's fine.
let's go. Forward, onward, and upward. We're almost there, guys.
At some point in Castor's dream, there's just going to be an echoing voice.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave.
You continue marching forward through these catacombs, and you eventually come upon a very strange sight. This room appears to be much different. While there is the traces of crystal, there is more fungal growth, and there appears to be a myconid who is currently sitting in the fetal position, and a couple others are trying to console it.
Hey, buddy, pal, what's going on? I lean down to one.
They do not respond, but they do blink back at you. These ones are much smaller than the ones that you saw before in the myconid community.
Fuck. Shit.
Easier
These
to
are
keep in your
babies.
pocket.
All right.
But the
Is
one
he
that
okay?
still seems to be, they look at him and they shake their heads no.
No, he's not okay. Okay.
Oh, my heart.
Can I assess what's up with his condition? Can I figure out how to help
You
him?
can absolutely try to give me, yeah, sure, a medicine roll would be fine.
Medicine, great. You know I kill it in medicine.
There appears to be
12?
nothing wrong with them but a broken heart, or at least
Aw.
just sad, depressed.
Oh, pal, what is it?
the
What's
little
got you
baby.
down?
Does
Here.
Simon say anything at all throughout this first meeting here of these guys?
Of course, only because I would.
The myconid on the
He's
ground does like
he's not actually gonna
spike
use his
up a
words.
little bit, looks over at you, and then tries to scoot away.
What did you
That's
do?
Simon specifically.
What did you do? hurt him?
The myconids are
You've been
looking
with
at
me.
each other. Then the two other myconids that were consoling him get in between Simon and the other myconid.
Hey,
No!
listen.
I didn't do it, I promise.
Use your helmet. See if you can talk to them that way.
Simon is desperately trying to pull out his
You
helmet.
use the helmet and you manage to make contact with the ones in front, and all you get is that you said mean words to them. You said you were coming after him.
Oh, whoops! What is it? What is it, man? Stop it! What happened?
You were so sure it was Castor you were connecting to. You had no idea.
Stop it! Stop it! What is it? Stop it! What happened? Stop it! Are you okay? Oh God, he's losing it. Pull yourself together.
I'm gonna convey the message that wasn't that wasn't for him. I don't know.
How could someone be so mean?
You should have met the guy.
Yeah.
He's not so
Simon,
sure.
Simon,
One
what
of them, one of them turns to the other one and conveys that message, and he kind of gets up and he looks at you. You kind of like look back at him, and he kind of shudders a little bit, but he just kind of like walk up closer and holds out his little tiny arm.
I give him the biggest hug.
No, don't hurt.
These big beefy boy arms know how to hold back, Isaac.
You give the poor man a little bit of a hug, the poor little guy. He's a little shocked at first. Two other friends go up to him, but then they realize there's no harm and eventually calm down.
I'm going to give them something they can play with.
Yeah, I was gonna give him a flute, but they don't have mouths.
They don't have. I was gonna give them a signal whistle. Same.
Let's give him a gun.
I don't have anything. Oh, I'm gonna give him a bell. I'm gonna give him a little bell that they can ring.
Okay.
I was gonna suggest the
To
order.
attract enemies.
Listen, all right, they got this far.
Yeah, really well too, apparently.
Yeah,
Only one of them is mortally injured.
he's not even injured. He's just his pride.
Some
I give him a
random
bell.
guy used magic to say that he was coming for him. He was so scared.
Yeah, I hand them the bell and then I send them on their way.
They begin walking away. Notice that you aren't following after them, and then they look at you. They ring the bell and wait for you to follow.
Okay, we follow. Let's
You
go.
follow them through the labyrinth, as they do lead you to a much bigger myconid community of all smaller form myconids. There appears to be like in the dozens.
No, we should have flipped here. Shit.
They all appear to be just going about their daily lives. They have some stuff set up, and they just some small housing. The only big myconid you see here is one all the way at the very end that looks ingrown into a wall. But it has like big kind of beady eyes that'll look back at you.
I'd like to approach this mechanism.
It looks at you.
Do they seem to be suffering from a similar blight?
It doesn't appear so. Well, all the smaller ones appear to be free. This one seems stuck in a way. He's grown into the wall. He's almost like he grew into a crevice. So he's like the shape of a wedge, but he's grown
Excuse
into
me.
the wall.
Village elder, we've come from very far away in order to put a stop to an entity known as the Crystal God.
It blinks at you.
We are on a process heading forward in order to deal with them in such a way so as they can't hurt people anymore. We have seen them attack people. We've seen them make others sick, and we just are in the process of working to stop that from happening, protect the innocent and all.
It blinks at you again.
If there's any sort of way you can communicate to me, 1 for yes, 2 for no, that'd be wonderful.
What did you say? 1 for yes, 2 for no? He blinks once.
Yes. All right, great. Do you know where the Crystal God is?
It blinked twice.
All right. Do you know what direction we should go in to get there?
It blinks once.
All right. Is that direction this way? And I point to my left.
You look to the left. It's a wall.
All right.
It appears that the entrance into this area does not have an exit. But he does. He blinks twice at the wall, and he kind of looks around the room a little bit. And some of the other smaller myconids walk up over to you, and one just kind of points at the what you've assumed to be the elder.
Yeah. Is it past you, elder?
It's through him.
He blinks once, yes. And now that you look at it, how he's grown into this wall, it's almost like he was just let himself grow to the point that he overcame an exit of some kind. And now he's just stuck.
Is there a way that we can move past you?
I mean, I have unseen servant.
There was no blink setting for like, I have no idea. So he blinks 3 times.
Will it hurt you if we move you?
He blinks yes. Once. Yeah.
Will it be fatal?
He blinks twice.
Okay.
So I would raise that at least if you guys aren't interested, Simon and after an hour, his unseen servant will just start taking time to dig him out. If he is,
Of the
if he is
wall?
willing to, yeah. Just
Or
check
is
the
like
wall.
because the wall is made of stone, so the unseen servant wouldn't have the strength.
Yeah, we would need to give him like a pickaxe or something.
I don't have a pickaxe.
We can
too
summon
deep.
Guy, Lucius.
Hmm?
You have
Oh,
the
the
whistle.
boy.
We can summon a boy. We can
Castor
get
doesn't have a boy.
Skelly Man, Skellyard, Scully.
You think he'd
Scholar.
be helpful here?
I think that it's more helpful than not doing
If we
something.
take his bones, an adult femur is as strong as concrete. So if we use it to combat the stone,
I would like to approach another member of the Myconid colony, and I'm gonna say, blink once for yes, twice for no. Do you have a healer in this village?
He blinks twice.
well, we have Lucius.
You have Lucius. This is going.
Does that work on plant-based life forms?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I'm going to approach the elder, and I'm going to say, you've done a wonderful thing here, sacrificing yourself and your
He
freedom.
blinks twice. He blinks twice again. He blinks twice again.
No?
At the
Hey,
word of
he
sacrifice, he appears to be frantic.
No. Sorry. You misunderstand. I just mean that you have dedicated your life to protecting your village, and I appreciate that. I wish only to.
Or was this an accident?
Was this an
He blinks
accident?
once.
It was an
Ah.
accident.
Okay.
Okay, well that's.
Well, thank
gonna
you for
make-
your accidental sacrifice.
That's-
For
It's
That's
like
gonna
how
make-
long it would have taken him to grow into this crevice. It's hard to imagine exactly what type of accident had him
Dude,
just
you
standing
fall
there
asleep.
for so long. Yeah.
and then you just kind of wake up 10 years later.
I would like to let you know that what we intend to do will return your freedom to you and allow you to live out the rest of your days. We don't intend to hurt or kill you.
He just looks at you.
I
We
will say that if we do something like a shatter or a thunder wave, something meant to break up the area that we don't want to hit him
yeah,
necessarily.
fucking dynamite. Who cares?
We have dynamite, I will say. But I do have mage armor. So if it comes down to an attack, I can at least decrease his chances of being hit. I don't
Mage
have
armor is a
anything that
dexterity
blocks.
save, or dynamite is a dexterity save.
Yeah.
He cannot
Almost
currently succeed at
everything-
dexterity saves right now.
Everything that can do damage is a. So,
But
unfortunately,
hear me out.
no.
No. You didn't even know what I was gonna say.
No.
I will raise you. All right.
Did you want to summon Scully, by the way? I wasn't sure about that one. Was that like the
mean,
plan? Or are you gonna do it?
think we're still
I don't
on
know
the
how many
fence.
times we're gonna have a chance to summon him before we go on a hiatus.
Yeah, summon him. Bring him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, bucket. Beep.
However, I will say,
You blow the whistle. As a gaping hole in the ground breaks free, the arms of hell try to force their way out as flames jut up, and a skeleton screaming makes his way out of the burning inferno. Jesus! The hole closes up. He coughs. He's like, "Oh, what's up, guys?"
Hey, Scully. We're just. I mean, we haven't actually decided what we need you for yet, but we're.
Okay, I'll just be over here then. And he goes, sits on top of a Myconid, not knowing what it is.
That's
Myconid does not move. It doesn't seem to be bothered by this.
anyway, Thunderwave is an evocation spell. I can choose not to hurt him with it.
Hey.
Yeah, I was going to
You
say
should
that, but then
fucking
we
open
summoned
with that.
Scully.
All right.
Well,
Well,
you
I
can
mean,
you can make him unaffected. Right?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah, because I have the evocation school of magic.
But that wouldn't push him out of the wall.
No, but I
No.
can break up the rocks around him.
That's true.
That's
you
the
could.
intention.
All right. Then
And you can
Absolutely.
pick like 2 people, right?
I can pick up to 5.
Do you want me and Scully to try to pull him out of the wall as it's being loosened?
Sure.
All right. Scully, we do need you actually.
all right. And he gets up. So, what do you need, boss?
Come over here. We're gonna want to hold on to these root structures, and we're just gonna want to pull when you get the signal. The signal
Uh.
will be an incredibly loud explosion.
He looks at you. You're not entirely sure what expression he's making.
No, but
you can't
I feel it
imagine
in my
it's a
heart.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does grab. He
I-
grabbed onto the tendrils first before you say like when the time is to pull, and he just kind of looks at you after that point.
Hey, we'll be fine. Look, I wouldn't be here right with you if I didn't have full faith in my main man Simon over here.
You know what? I'll listen to you, Fleshy. You came back to life. That's not nothing.
It's not nothing. I've fought against the flames of hell before. Sucks. Simon, we're ready.
With a +8 Arcana, would I get the intention that 2d8 of damage is enough to get him free?
It wouldn't quite break the rock. You're probably gonna need more than that.
Like 3d8?
Maybe
like
more than that. As
Alright,
much
then
as
I'm
you can
upcasting
get.
the 3rd level.
It's fine. You'll have spell slots for the rest of the fight.
But no, I only have 1/3 level.
Wait, Shatter is better. Oh, but he can't
He can't.
evocation it.
Yeah, he
you're
can't
right. Oh, wait.
save him from it. I'm gonna pop this off then. I'm gonna have Lucius cover his ears or something.
It'll be loud.
All right.
And with that, I will flip 17. Not the highest.
So you do use your magic to make sure you do not hit the Myconid or anybody else, and you see the walls shatter. It
Right,
doesn't
we
appear to
pull.
be that much damage, though. You might need a lot more.
I'm going again. Not even hesitating. Free my
Don't
boy.
do it
He
third
ain't
level,
do
though.
nothing
Okay.
wrong.
You
no
shatter again, and the walls seem to break apart even more. The Scully is attempting to pull now that there's been 2 signals. He's not quite able to pull him out of the wall yet.
Also attempting to pull.
Okay, everybody give me a strength check. Who's
All
pulling?
right, here we go. Boy, howdy. Are you ready for this roll? 1. Not natural, but a 1.
You have a
would
negative
Scully
1.
have?
He would have
skeleton.
he would have a 5 strength.
I'm going to roll. Should I use a jack dollar? Yeah,
Wait,
fuck it.
a +5 or
No, he has a 5.
Take a jack
I
dollar.
mean,
Let's
if-
go again.
He is a skeleton. He doesn't have any
11.
muscle anywhere.
That's
If
better.
A 5 is a -3.
If Lucius wants to, he can help, and I can protect him from being hit too.
Hey! That's
Wow,
not too bad.
Scully actually succeeds. All right. Who else is
I
pulling?
didn't
Just you
plan
two? You try to pull him out of the wall. The damage succeed, and you manage to kind of make some leeway as you start pulling him more and more. But he's not quite out yet. He's stuck on something.
What does it look like he's stuck on?
The wall.
Shh, nothing in 2 seconds. Second
All
level, going for it.
Okay.
Bam!
Nothing anymore. You pull, you yank him out, and he
Yeah.
comically just looks like the crevice But like inverted, so he's just like the small little cheese slice of the cheese.
That we can...
It's for the mushroom people. I'll do anything.
He does. You slide him out, and now there's nothing blocking your path from going forward.
All right.
Rather than a nap, because
Let's get moving through this.
That's a very. Unfortunately, you cannot take another long rest.
No.
Yeah.
We
You
could
need a
short rest if you
24-hour
could arcade
period
break
or
for
12-hour
free, but
period.
that's about it.
There might be stuff that you could gain the benefits of a long rest, but for right now, you cannot take just another long
All
rest.
right, let's go forward. We're
You
fine.
can take a
Yeah,
short
he
rest
didn't
if you want.
He didn't burn through that much.
plus my only 3rd level spells are like fire based, and so it's like not going to be the best against the crystal.
Plus, you have fighter stuff that you can do.
As
along
you
with
as
it.
you all begin moving through the door, all the Myconids wave goodbye to you. Even the one, unfortunately, he doesn't have any real legs to move. He is like waving his arm while not looking at you because you're going through the hole you just pulled him out of.
We'll be back. Don't worry about it.
Scully does follow after you. The Minotaur
Hey,
as
Scully.
well. So, who's your new friend?
This is
He utters
some
something in
name-
Abyssal.
That's
Oh,
him.
you know, I took some Abyssal in college. Here, give me a second.
present,
I'm a
actually.
Gurgura. Nope, I think I just insulted him, and Scully gets punched in the face.
Well,
So he's
that was
immediately
fun.
killed and
Let's move.
doomed
Scully's
back.
legs move with you guys, but his torso is trying to crawl behind him.
I just pick him up and set him back on it.
You guys begin moving down the hall as we find ourselves back at the icy peaks of Tibet. All right. I'm gonna need some sort of dexterity save. Not save, but a check. So an acrobatics. something like
Acrobatics
that.
check, perchance.
Yeah.
10.
It's not the greatest. The mountain has gotten colder and colder as you've gotten closer to the top, but you do see it now. Every once in a while, the whiteout pat subsides, and you're able to see the top. Eventually, you are able to get pretty close, but then you've noticed something that kind of blocks your way. The mountain moves as you notice a figure makes itself known. A giant, seemingly an ice giant of some kind that shares similar features with Tenzin. You know, in order to get past him, you have to climb over him, but he just turned to look over at you and says, "Who goes there?"
It is I, me.
The Frenchiest fry.
My name is Master Rapper, and I'm here to say I'm gonna climb this mountain in a major way.
You look like one of those monks that has made yourself a home lower down the mountain. What are you doing on my hill, my cliff?
Well, climbing it.
Well, stop it. And go back from whence you came. No one can come up to the top.
Hit him with that xenophobia.
Yes, that's pretty racist, bro.
No, it's mine,
you-
so you're not allowed to have it.
Excuse me, that's pretty racist, bro. What, you saying I can't have it just because I'm not a giant?
No, you can't
the
have
guy
it because
that
you're not
talked about
me,
elephants
you're
in
you.
That's
And it
pretty
is my
racist, bro.
mountain.
You saying I can't have it because I'm not you?
That's not
Pretty much, yeah. Well, that's not racist,
I'm
but
actually not surprised to learn that Castor.
honestly, I
doesn't know
don't care. Leave.
Well, that makes two of us.
Okay, then bye. And he rolls over, seems to start snoring a bit.
Cool, he's
But he's
already
still-
asleep. I keep going.
As you climb closer, the mountain shakes a little bit as he kind of moves back. You're making too much noise. Can you please leave?
Well,
Stealth.
I was gonna say, can I stealthily climb past him?
He appears to be looking directly at you at the moment.
Not for
but
long. Stealth is too high.
My stealth is pretty high.
Crouches
Why
in
do
front of him. Oh, where'd he go?
Why do you
Must have been the wind.
persist?
I was gonna say that.
For what reason do you have to continue climbing this mountain? My mountain.
Well, I can't exactly reach the top if I don't continue climbing, now can I?
Well, I don't want you to reach the top. I want you to go back home.
Ah, but I want to reach the top.
Well, too bad.
For you!
For you.
I continue climbing this entire time as far as I can.
He goes to pick you up.
Grabs you by the
With
ankle,
his
just
hands.
whips you off the mountain.
You can do something if you want to stop it, but he is trying to grab you.
Cause an avalanche.
That Uno reverse card.
Do
He
I
throws himself
have?
off.
Yeah. Do I have any of my do I have my stuff with me or?
have a
Kind
jar
of.
You have all of your dynamite.
No, you-
I do have dynamite in my robes normally, but
It'd be a very weird dream, wouldn't
yes.
it? Anyway, he does pick you up and then move you a little bit down the mountain a little bit. And then he rolls over and he just simply says, "Go away," and just goes back to sleep.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start climbing laterally until I'm out of his range, and then keep going up.
Oddly enough, it appears that you're not able to clear him. He's too massive as he just coils around the entire mountain.
Oh, he's got
One of
big
those
beefy
dream
boy arms.
things, you know?
How fucking thick is this dude?
Appears to
Oh,
be as
he
thick as the
fucking
mountain.
thick as hell.
It's his
Bro, he's
mountain.
dumb.
The x-axis, he is the x-axis.
Damn, boy.
He appears to just continue sleeping. No matter how laterally you climb, you can't seem to get away from him.
All right. So do I have dynamite in my purse?
I'm gonna say you don't. Not for this
Aw.
scenario.
That's
This
okay.
isn't like a blow it up and ask questions later type of scenario.
Well, I wanted to cause an avalanche, push him off the mountain
Yeah,
with the
you-
avalanche, but
It's
You
his mountain.
misheard
How
him.
do you really think you'll be able to push him off his own mountain?
Just run past him, Fathead.
and yeah, I'll just can I stealth past him? He's sleeping.
You can attempt to, yes.
Alright, I will attempt to stealth past him.
Just roll nat 20s.
Yeah, basically. That's
Oh,
19. That's
12.
really high. He wakes up. And he knows it's you, and he says, "You're very persistent, but I'm trying to sleep. Please go home."
Well, then
Picks you up.
fucking sleep, bro.
He picks
Yeah,
you up and moves you
I
down the
will.
mountain a little bit.
Wait,
You're not
wait,
allowed
when
on
he
top
picks-
of my mountain.
When he picks me up, is that a grapple? Can I escape the grapple?
It's not threatening. If you would like to try to escape it, you can.
I would
So you
like
can
to try and
roll
escape.
something for that.
If it's
An
escaping a
anti-grapple roll.
acrobatics
I'm the only
or athletics, right? To escape a
Yeah,
grapple.
either one of those if you would like.
So obviously acrobatics. 20.
That's a 20 acrobatics. That's pretty high. Well, it's acrobatics. So he goes to grab for you, and you manage to slip by, and you're currently just on his skin, essentially, as you're climbing up him, as he is almost
Yeah,
part of the mountain.
Can I run up his arm and just take a kicking leap off his head and just push myself up?
Yes, but he's going to try to grab you again.
Another acrobatics.
Another acrobatics incoming. 25.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You are able to escape his grasp as he tries to grab at you again, and he says, "No, this is my mountain. You cannot be here." You are pretty close to the top.
He says as he runs.
But we're probably going to need some other type of check here.
But
As he does
it's
seem to be
fine, I'll
getting-
go down on the other side.
Deception check.
How do I know that you will not just stay on top of the mountain?
What the fuck would I be doing on top of the mountain? I'm not here to die,
Then why
bro.
do you want to be on the mountain? It is my mountain. Go home.
But I don't want to be on the mountain, I want to climb the mountain. There's quite a difference.
You're on the mountain for climbing it. Why do you want to climb the mountain?
Well, that's a completely different question. You should have started with that, to reach the top.
Why do you want to reach the
that
top?
fixes everything.
You're not allowed to reach the top. Please go home.
Well, I would rather reach the top.
Why do you want to reach the top? For what possible reason would you need to be at the top of my mountain?
To improve my skills.
Your skills are fine enough as they are. You are better than all your peers. You do not need to be better. Go down. Go home.
Your opinion of my skills does not matter. Only mine.
How is Castor capable of having the I don't need to be the best person I can be, I just want to be as cool as I can get, and then simultaneously be like, I know I'm the best, I want more?
Well, I want to be the best that I can be. I don't want to become iron. That was the difference.
If you want on top of my mountain, I will let you, but you have to give me a reason.
To improve my skills.
For what reason do you want to improve your skills?
I like how the music's well.
For power.
And power will solve what? Power will give you what?
Power will give me the opportunity to solve my problems.
And what are your problems?
Not
What are
enough
your
power.
problems, Castor?
Not enough power. Clearly.
The mountain does say that. He says the name that you have not gained yet, the one that you've not given yourself. He asks you, Castor, what are your problems? And he looks at you with the face of Tenzin. No longer similar, but actually Tenzin. Would it not be better?
Is he small? Is he small now too? Or
No,
is he
it's
just...
still the same size. It's a face as
makes
big
sense.
as the mountain looking down at you.
Okay.
As imposing as that is.
Hit him with
And
the
it
tiny
asks
face
you,
Tenzin.
with power, what could you do? With power, what could you solve? What do you stand
power,
to gain?
I can bend the world to my will.
Would it not be better to just stay by my side? I can teach you much.
You have taught me much.
There is still yet more to learn. Be by
And
my
yet
side,
you do not
Castor.
pursue that path. You rely on the strength of others now.
The strength of others is necessary. Together we are stronger. That is why I've
Together,
gathered
ape
them.
strong.
But you have let it replace your own.
With their power, I am as big as a mountain. I am as powerful as a mountain.
With
It is
their
my
power,
mountain.
you are nothing.
And
You
when
are
you
no
say
more than
that,
you were before.
and when you say that, he is but the same size as you. As you are both close to the top of the mountain. This is my mountain. You do not make the rules here. You would do best by my side, at my disposal.
At your side, perhaps. At your disposal, never. That was not the agreement, and that was not our goal.
But Castor, it is my goal. And what is your goal?
To reach the top of the mountain.
And you would do so by any means? Or would you do so by your own means? The face changes. It no longer resembles Tenzin as much.
It can only be accomplished by my own means.
The face changes to more match your own. Then you are allowed at the top of the mountain.
As I should be.
Then with your own hands, by your own means, climb.
You look down and you have stumps.
No,
He's taken your identity and sprinted in the other direction.
you might as well be at the top of the mountain now, having this conversation with this being, this once giants, appears to look more like you.
Well, I make my way to the top.
You do. And as you do, you feel a certain sensation. One of a waking dream, of an ache. That makes sense the more you've come to your senses. As the blistering winds that nip at your skin subside, you notice the more familiar tones of a cavern, of the labyrinth. The blades
I
still
have roughly
lit.
one turn before the bird wakes up. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of him.
The sword's still in your hands.
No, I threw it at him, so it's not.
No, you have the sword.
Unless you're talking
You
about
threw
my
the
blade.
knife at him. Your sunblade, yeah.
the blade.
The sunblade illuminates both of you as he is also coming too. And we're rolling initiative.
I want to clip his wings.
We're rolling initiative because you're both in a very similar spot. You're essentially both at what is essentially 1 HP.
Oh, cool. I hope I go first. Let me just lower my HP here real quick. There you go.
We'll turn on this tension. Actually, no, I have a different track for this. What am I doing? We'll use this one. Alright. But he's gonna go ahead and roll his dexterity.
I didn't select my dude.
It's fine. It's one-on-one
Medusa.
combat, so it's good. That's actually not the right. You guys tied, by the way.
Damn.
That's actually
ties usually go in the
player's favor.
Yeah. So he gets up, notices you, grabs the dagger, and attempts to cut you once more. But you are faster to the punch. What's the goal here?
The goal is to clip his wings.
All right, go ahead and give me a slash.
With the power of friendship.
You have no power of friendship. You fuck you to all your friends.
Friendship with myself.
He fucking dies, and then we walk up, and it's like, oh, he should have used the power of friendship.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
If only he had known.
Since I'm using the Sunblade, I also want to target its effect on literally the only enemy in this encounter.
Okay.
So I got +2 to this, to touch rolls, to hits.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
21.
You do a hit. You completely decapitate his wings. He goes screaming on the ground in pain, and he looks up at you. Tenzin thought you could do great things. He thought us all together could do great things.
Tell me, have you done great things?
He looks at you and, still wriggling in agony between grunts, attempts to spit in your face before he goes.
Missile.
Yeah. Before he does go limp and falls on the ground.
I catch spit and I throw it back at him.
Does my blade act as a light? Does my blade cauterize wounds when I cut them?
It's not like that necessarily. It was fast, so I don't know if I had time to cauterize. But he is on the ground, 0 HP. You want to let him die out, or you just want to kill him?
Well, is he gonna stay? I mean, I guess he'd have to make death saving throws, right?
Yeah.
Well, if he's strong enough, he'll be lucky.
If he has the talent, it'll come down to nothing about him.
It's just kind of the situation where it's like, hey, I'll give him a shot.
I'm gonna roll a couple things in secret then. Just roll
it's
all
God's
those.
decision now.
Literally.
Okay. Then you simply let him sit himself on the ground there.
Yep. Actually, let's see. I don't have. Do I have? Damn, bro. Let me check my equipment real quick. I'd leave a stick of dynamite with it. No, he doesn't have any fucking arms anymore. Well, he doesn't have any wings. Do our Karakaraks have wings?
They have
separate.
Yeah, they have wings.
And arms.
Okay, sweet. That's what I was hoping for. All right.
Yeah, he has no wings anymore. While you stand over his,
there we go.
Body.
I will leave him the horse jerky.
As you leave him on the
salted, as are your wounds.
As you leave him on the ground, standing over him with your 1 HP from the poison, you hear footsteps again behind you, but all the sconces are now perfectly lit, as if the effect was caused by him. Now that he's unconscious, the effect has ended. You're holding a sconce in the other hand, by the way.
Yes. Well, was I? I probably dropped it to catch the dagger.
Oh, you did?
No, I dropped it because I said I dropped it to take the keyblade out.
Oh, yeah. So you would have dropped the sconce, but it's still on the ground. You can pick it up if you want.
The light's back, doesn't matter.
You hear footsteps coming from behind you, and you do turn around, and you see Clayton, Lucius, and Simon approach, with Scully and the Minotaur as well.
Hey,
Scully, my friend! I knew the power of friendship.
He's with us now.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Listen, unfortunately,
Scully says,
he who does
guys,
not-
I don't feel good about choosing sides here. I'm friends with who I want to be friends with. You understand?
he
right?
owns the whistle. You're Lucius's friend first.
I was gonna say, you do the whole thing where it's like, all right, you go in the middle, and then you pick a direction, but every time he like leans towards Castor, I just
You just
fucking
blow the whistle.
Look what you shit
Looks like you-
does.
Listen,
Guys, this is a real breach of my own free will.
things got a little heated back there. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones until we get out of this cave. You look like shit, by the way. I just wanted to rub that in real fast.
Yeah, well, do I have like snow in my hair?
No.
Ah.
You are
acid trip out of
sweating
teleportation.
Yeah, you're sweating profusely. But as you kind of gain your senses and your stomach stops turning, you do start regaining hit points to the points that you actually regain the benefits of a long rest. I'm not going to be that mean that you guys
Tail
don't.
of a drug.
Yeah.
Peepaw's tonic.
You managed to really bring your constitution together on this one.
Let's
You still feel a
get
little
one-
sick, but you do have your max health now.
Let's get one thing clear. I don't even care if it's vague and infuriating. You will give me an explanation of your actions.
No.
God, you shut the fuck up.
I just need to know, for better or worse, how to prevent you from doing that ever again.
I'm gonna where's the dagger right now? Because I guess it's stabbed into the guy, right?
Yeah, it stabbed it. Well, he pulled it out of himself, so he's currently holding it.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna. Well, you know what? I'm gonna probably take that weapon anyway. So let me grab that weapon before all else.
He fucking
Okay.
drugs again.
You drop down dead. No, you pick it up. You feel like the sensation of oil on it. You think that there's a bit of a draw period where you won't be affected by it
Yeah.
immediately.
I'm gonna toss it to Simon.
Don't get that.
Oh my
While
god.
saying, first, I hope you have gloves on.
I'll catch it out of
Yeah,
the air with Mage Hand.
There you go.
Clayton catches it with Mage Hand. There's that you are now holding a dagger of which looks like it's dripping some kind of poison.
Castor, this is disgusting.
Look,
I don't
I
want to put it
swear
with
we
my
didn't
stuff.
put it anywhere unethical.
It's a dagger with poison. It exists in the
I only
unethical.
used it to poison a man.
Well,
I don't-
that's no ordinary poison.
I want to put this in a bag. It'll
I
get
have
all
a
my
lead-
stuff.
I have a lead line pouch.
Shove it in there.
Um,
Open the lead line pouch, and I'll just chuck it. I'll put it in there with my Mage Hand.
You
Yeah,
put the poison dagger in the lead line pouch. Congratulations. You have a poison dagger. You don't know if that poison will expire.
We don't know shit. I just know
Yeah.
that I don't want to put it in my own backpack.
Okay.
Yes,
you
well,
have a
it's-
poison
it's-
dagger.
It's magical poison, so.
Well,
Well, no one's
magic
checked it
people
yet.
here.
Yeah, nobody's checked it yet.
I point to the Oroquoa, and I'm like, "Can I loot this one?" That's not a
He's
no.
not dead.
I
so
loot
no.
Oroquoa. This is.
Again, he's not dead. It's not really looting, it's robbing.
Oh, can I rob him?
Well, you know what? Yes.
All right,
That
I
don't
can
really
rob.
care much.
Here we go. I rob him.
Simon gives a deadpan look to Lucius.
Yeah.
You
But
find
I'm
a
like,
journal.
listen, I just need boundaries and to understand how we will work together as a team. We can
Leave
yell.
So
the
here's what you
horse
do
journal.
find. You find an empty vial of what looks like it might have had poison in it.
That's it.
You don't know what type of poison was in it. There's a little bit some stains you could probably look at if you had some better lighting. You find a journal. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, you can look at it then if you
Shut
want.
up.
You can give me an intelligence check of some kind to know what poison is. You wouldn't happen to have a poisoner's kit, would you? A poison kit?
Don't.
Okay. Well.
I have thieves' tools. I guess just straight intelligence then, because I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Arcana plays in
I mean,
there.
medicine.
Yeah, you
My
can go
medicine.
give a look at it.
I can-
Medicine would be it. Yeah, medicine would be it.
Medicine's
I have
a
some
little
points in
better.
medicine. I can help you.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys can help each other
I'll
out.
help you.
I have 4 points in medicine because it's wisdom based.
I have 2.
Yeah.
All right. Go
I have
ahead.
a -1 because it's wisdom based.
Medicine. 23.
It is
Hey, that
purple
helped happen.
worm poison. It is not magical, but it is from a giant purple worm.
Where the fuck did he find a purple worm?
We're underground.
No, you don't know what a worm is. That's with a Y.
No. With a
No,
with an O.
The O.
It's a giant worm.
It's an Alaskan bullworm.
Also have
It's
the
essentially an
Alaskan
Alaskan
bullworm.
bullworm. That's pretty much what
Alaska
they are.
hasn't been founded yet.
But what you know about purple worms is they're fucking they're gigantic. They burrow in the ground, and they're incredibly rare. They're found in the Underdark mostly, and their poison is it is pretty much guaranteed death. The fact that Castor took this and is alive is crazy.
Your entire religion and foundation confounds me. That being said, I make deals with the devil on a daily, so let's move forward.
You do find a
And-
journal on him, though.
I steal that.
I pointedly ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. I'll read this later. Let's go.
I'll read it later. After the
Guys.
adventure. This is how you beat the final boss.
That would be hilarious, but I highly doubt these guys have.
It's a video game
No,
strategy
trust
guide.
me, they have no fucking clue what they're doing.
Wonderful.
Truly.
Let's move.
You can read it if you want right now.
I'll read
while
on
you're
the way.
moving on. Okay. So skimming through it, you do catch a couple of glimpses. This guy seems, based on his wording, you can definitely tell that this is the type of person that had struggled to belong. That type of person. You clinging on to whatever you can. But there are words, there are orders to observe Castor and monitor his progress. There are orders to kill you.
I think I'm
And
a
make sure
frame
that
every order
Castor
I
does
get
it.
to.
Yeah. And there are some orders that look like more recent that are written down to drop all previous orders and look into the crystal mines. And to report back what you find. Like
Well,
a complete
But he
halt of
had no
everything
orders
else.
to attack Castor.
Then it
No,
must-
that
he
was
chose
his own
that.
volition.
Yeah.
Close
It might have been his
journal.
own volition, yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bitch. What can I say?
I put it back and we continue to head forward.
Did I just leave his wings just like sitting in front of him?
I mean, if you want to take them, I won't stop you.
It's gross, but you know.
All right.
I'm not
I don't
keeping
know.
that in my
Can I-
bag.
Can I Icarus them onto myself and give myself the
No,
ability
I
you
to
can
want you to
take them
think
if you
about this
want, you
before you-
sick bastard. But yes, you can't
You
put them
think
on your
about-
back though.
Chris, think about how well that's going to work out for you.
Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay. So we got through this a little bit faster than I thought we did, so I think we have time to do the last puzzle room before the final boss. So that means next session will be the end. Yeah. But
Nice.
we have one
Don't
more
you
room.
fucking dare.
I
say
know,
that.
I'm sorry, man. He was asking me if
My
there's gonna be a
title!
penalty. You can change it now if you want. Anyway.
It does.
So you guys continue on your way. And this time, it's a little bit strange what you find. You enter a room that looks very much like the others that you've found before, a little bit bigger, and inside of it houses 5 bells. One huge bell in the middle that appears to have some sort of inscription about it, and 4 other bells around the room, just held up on the top, like in the corners. There appears to be some inscriptions on the middle bell. However, the thing that takes your notice the most, outside the last thing, is just the exit door is closed. Should tell you that one. There is a body next to the large bell, and it is Kuei Jin, the muscular one that had the warhammer that was fighting off the crystal minotaurs before.
I raised my hand.
You raise your hands.
Can I loot that one?
Is
Well,
he
it
dead?
robbing?
I
You haven't
approach and I
checked?
check to see if he's dead.
I need a medicine check.
Right.
His vitals are insanely low.
He's
Like,
almost dead.
He's almost dead. Just then, you notice a ghostly figure appear before you. A coalition of smoke that looks in the visage of a person looks down at you. It does not
Very good.
respond, but it does look at you. It seems to be holding something and goes to expunge it onto you, but it simply
Me
goes
specifically?
through. No,
Or
no,
Clayton?
on Clayton. but it simply
What
goes
is it?
through you. You don't know. It's hard to
Uh-huh.
tell. It's a smoky mess, but it appears to be
Get
something he's
off!
holding.
I
It goes to attack
step back.
again,
Yeah.
and then it just goes through you, and it simply holds the item aloft and looks at you.
Hey, I have a question, Castor.
Yeah.
How much do you actually care about Quajin?
Well, enough that I don't want him to die just yet.
All right. I was just thinking I
Too
could.
much.
But
I
if
could
he
bring
happens to die in the course of duty, then that is an honorable death.
No, it was just a question. I could have.
I'm just saying, I can only save up to 5 people.
I
and if
coulda-
that includes all of us.
I could have brought up an accursed specter. That's all it was. Don't worry about it.
I mean, we don't need to.
Simon, you still have comprehend languages?
Da.
I'd like to read whatever the fuck is on these bells.
Is
Alright.
there-
It
was
does
there stuff
seem.
on the
It
bell?
does appear to
They're
be. Yeah,
inscriptions.
there is inscriptions. There does appear to
okay,
be something on the bells written in
Comprehend
inscription.
language.
I should tell you that the bell in the middle appears to resemble that of a demon of some kinds. Perhaps more like an oni. It's hard to tell. While the 4 bells in the
Interesting.
corners, one you recognize a visage of a dragon, another of a lion, another one of a bear, and the last one of a deer.
Is this a Skyrim puzzle?
Hold on. Weren't
However,
these
the
caves
middle
built by Native
bell-
Americans?
No, not. I wanted to be clear that it was like an ancient civilization, not necessarily Native
Okay.
Americans. You don't know
Alright,
who built.
just double-
You know that there
Just
was
double
definitely a
checking,
lot of.
'cause I was
help.
like, where the fuck did they see a dragon?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is still the world of Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
so I mean,
Comprehend languages. Try to read this shit.
if you
Yeah,
cast that
Visual cast.
and you try to listen to what he's saying, you get nothing.
No, he's trying to read the inscription.
Oh, the bells. Life is a fickle thing. However, in death, the truth is known. As the cycle continues, only way to break it, or to know how it breaks, is to see beyond the veil.
What?
well,
Well, I mean, I have detect magic. Is that what I mean by seen beyond?
You can cast it if you want.
Anything.
the
it's also
ghostly
ritual.
figure simply looks at you curiously. It is now kind of just standing next to you, looking at the inscriptions on the bell as well.
Also, I'm willing to bet that fucking Quajing here just walked up and rung a bell and fucking died for it. So, So I suggest that we avoid doing that until we're sure about what we're looking at.
I'll
How
detect
about
magic.
Mage Hand rings the bell?
Yeah.
so the
I
mage
mean,
hand dies.
Yeah. What do I? What do I hold?
fly
to hit the
Molotov
bell? I
head
can't just
first
knock
into
on
it.
it. You know. Ding.
Cursed specter.
So what do you do?
Detect magic.
Okay, the bells are all magical.
What's cool?
Sick.
Various actually. Necromancy, a little bit of illusion, not quite. Alteration, several. It's kind of hard to pinpoint one exact school that they fall under. It seems very complex magic,
Interesting.
but you're not able to gain too much else outside of that. Bark, bark.
I will.
Can I perception that spirit to see if I can recognize any particular features of a person?
You could definitely try.
It's got hands.
Oh my God! It's Jason Bourne. 21,
That's God.
that's not
No. The visage is very smoky, but you're able to make out like a muscle structure, and that tells you that it looks very similar to the body on the ground right now. You can surmise that this
figured.
is probably Quasian.
Haha, fucking loser.
He, as you are observing him,
Can we all moon his corpse, please?
yeah. As you observe him, he goes back to do the same to you, and there's simply like a hand on a chin and looking you up and down.
Oh, so we seem like spirits to him.
That or he's just got spirit vision.
Just planar shift?
What do you have? Planar shift?
No, I mean like it shifted him. So he
Is
looks.
that or a ghost is appropriating his
All
form
right.
as well.
Did you ring this bell? I pointed at the only one.
The only you point at the bell, and he looks at the bell, and he goes to try to ring it,
Okay.
and he's
What
not able to.
happens?
He's not able to push his hand. His hand just goes through it.
Was his hammer? Where was his body in front of? Which bell?
Right on. It's like right on the bell.
He tried to ring the bell.
Yeah, he tried to ring the bell and he fucking died.
Cool. Catch magic only made them glow because they're so complex.
But we know not to at least start with that bell.
If I want to know more about things go beyond.
I really want to ring the bell.
All right, which one you want?
All right, I'm sorry
The
about
same one
that.
as Quajin.
The middle one.
Don't ring the Oni one. That clearly killed him.
Well,
Almost
he's
killed him.
clearly around.
You guys notice that the body isn't dead.
So what?
You know this body isn't dead, but its life signs are not great.
It's not injured though. It's just barely
not injured.
functioning.
It's just barely functioning. Yeah. Like life does not cling to him as readily as it did before.
Ooh, I really want to ring the bell.
You want to ring the bell? Ring the bell.
I mean, Gerald, do you have anything?
Hey, Scully, you want to ring the bell?
Scully looks
He
at the
is
bell, is
already
like,
dead.
you know what? For my best friend Lucius, I'd do anything. He rings the bell. His body collapses over.
Damn, bro,
And-
it kills the dead. That's okay,
There is a
that's fine.
spiritual form of a skeleton in a smoky form that hovers above where
Go
his body
beyond. We're
was.
supposed to ring the bell.
See, I knew I wanted to ring the bell.
I punched
Wait,
the bell
wait,
so hard.
wait, wait.
Are we sure that it's the right bell though? is the
Well,
question.
that and also,
Yes.
if this was the way onwards, why the fuck is
Is he
Tiger
still
Face
here?
still here? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of
Because there's stuff to do beyond the room. I mean, if
But
if
yes,
we
but
really
he is
want
not
to,
beyond the room.
I can hit every bell at once. Just magic missile.
No.
All right, do you want to
okay.
do that? Do you want to hit every bell at once?
I'm saying
You'll
it's an
fucking reset the
idea.
universe.
I'll undo the Big Bang.
It's like we go all the way back to session one. You guys are on a
I have
train.
an idea. I have an idea.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I blow the whistle. Does it do
Blow
anything?
the whistle. The ground Okay, one second. Hold on. Just
I thought there was a cooldown on the whistle.
there is.
We had
No,
said
no,
there
no,
should have
there
been,
is.
and then we never said
The
anything.
music did not play on my end, but it did for you guys. Anyway, the ground opens up and the skeletal body is dragged in. It opens up at Lucius's feet. The body is thrown out, not screaming, and clatters on the ground.
That
Huh.
was very disturbing,
Spirit's gone.
Lucius. Please, let's not do that again.
Well, I
There's a
wanted to
cooldown only if
see
he's dead.
If he would come back
Right.
with it.
Let's try a different bell first.
I'm curious about the deer one specifically.
I'll ring it.
All right. So all the
Okay.
bells in the corner are smaller than the middle bell. This middle bell is gigantic, but the other ones are about the size of, say, like a wolf. If you ever seen the size of a wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walk up and I ring the deer bell.
Okay. You,
Jesus.
you rung the deer bell, and it glows with a faint magic. The spirit of Scully and of Quasian look at it curiously.
It looks like a success to me.
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh, it's a fucking food chain. Ring the
Yeah.
lion.
Okay.
I mean, lions don't eat deers. They're in separate climates, actually.
Lions eat deers. Roll the bell.
No, they eat gazelles. Is what you're
I
thinking.
ring
of.
the lion
Deers
here.
in the forest.
You ring
the
the
lion isn't.
it shimmers with a faint magical aura, and the two figures in the room look at it too, curiously.
Then the dragon, right? That it's deer.
Then the dragon, of course.
It's deer, lion, dragon, oni. Those are the only bells, right?
no, there's 5.
There's deer, lion, dragon, and bear. The Oni is the
Yeah.
middle one.
There's 4 on the outsides.
Do you think a bear would eat a lion? They're
No,
omnivores.
they're in different climates.
Bear bell.
Okay, you ring the bear bell.
While
It
we're
faints.
doing this, I'm gonna take my magical rope and tie the fuck up out of the dude.
Shibari, and it ties him up. He's not able to stop it. Yeah.
Very lewdly. I'm also gonna stuff a few sticks of dynamite in the rope all tied together just in case, because he is
The
pretty
figure
ripped.
looks a little bit concerned down at his body.
I'm gonna do that thing where like pointing at my eyes and pointing at him, like I've got my fucking eyes on you.
Right. You
Bear
ring
bell.
the bear bell, and a faint magical power, just like the rest, shimmer, and the two figures look at that one curiously again. So they just keep looking at whichever ones you ring.
Dragon Bell, then Oni
Okay.
Bell.
Just do
You
Dragon
ring
Ball right now.
You ring the dragon bell, and all four. It lights up again. They look at it. All four bells ring in unison as they ring the Oni bell for you, and everybody in the room needs to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck me.
Isaac,
I solved the puzzle,
you
guys.
did it.
To go beyond. 21.
That's mine.
Okay.
17.
Lucius is the only one that fails it, so he takes the brunt of it.
Wait,
Aw.
So
Bruh,
everybody
3
takes.
damage?
wait.
Jackdaw.
Yeah, I figured the damage was a little bit low, so we're actually gonna go and roll 2d10s each
Oh,
time.
hey!
Hey, that Jack Dollar fixed itself.
Okay, so you each take half of 5 then. As the bell
2.
rings and you feel your souls necrotically pulled from their bodies. It can't fully do it, but you feel the pain as it does. So you guys take 3 points of damage or 2 points of damage? I think 3.
2, because it
2,
always
yeah.
rounds
2,
down.
right. You guys take 2 points of necrotic damage, because 2d10 apparently isn't enough. But that's what I rolled.
I think you kind of did it backwards, you know? You kind of went from the bottom of the food chain up.
Yeah, I did.
Scully looks
Yeah,
to
that
be
works.
looking at the other figure and seems to be speaking with his hands a little bit. The figure laughs back, or seems to make the motion, but you're not able to make out any sort of intangible sounds from them.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and ring the Oni bell. I'm gonna do it. I'm a fucking.
You're gonna ring the Oni bell. Castor
Yes,
rings
Tommy.
the Oni bell, falls over a shimmering specter where he once stood.
That's exactly what I thought would happen.
I
Castor,
don't want to hear it.
Castor, you see with perfect clarity the ghostly forms of both Quasian and Scully. And Scully goes, "Hey, you came to the party." And
Yes,
Quasian
I
says,
do enjoy being dead, or
"Hello,
mostly
young
dead.
Castor. It is great to meet your acquaintance once more. I wish we could have met on sparring terms, but unfortunately, I do not have access to my proper hammer.
Do you have an improper hammer?
This one," he holds up the
Always.
ghostly hammer that he just kind of swings wildly at the bell and it doesn't do anything. It's basically broken. I don't know how it broke. And he throws the hammer away.
Sure. So, what? I don't know how to put this. I mean, obviously, I know why you're here, but what the fuck are you doing?
Ah, well, you see, I was trying to get past the room when I rang the middle bell. And then
How did?
I was out
How
of my
high is
body.
your intelligence score?
Let me look, because I forgot. It's not high. It's not
Keep
great.
it
He
real
did
with
not...
you, Chief. It's not great.
0 int. Tell me, how did you get past the other rooms?
Other rooms?
With an intelligence of 3.
Oh, it's -1. It's an 8.
How did
Well,
get past
you
the other
see...
rooms with an intelligence of 8.
What other rooms?
You see,
This
I
is
was
the
looking
first
at,
room I've been
his
in.
Sheet.
Oh yeah, everything changes. Remember?
There are other
yeah.
rooms. I thought
That's
this
right.
puzzle was the most damning of them all. How am I going to get
Yeah, also
to
your
the
first
crystal?
puzzle. Wait a second. Where did your friends go?
Well, they went on their own ways to look for you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that
Seemed a
went
little
well.
odd to me.
You know where they went.
Oh yes, I know. Why did
We decided it
God's
was
sake.
best to split up and look for the center of this place.
Tenzin
From Master
teach you
Tenzin.
that?
Wait,
No, that was a completely on us. We were supposed to find the middle of this place and wait for him to show up. He's on his way, by the
Oh.
way. I don't know if you wanted to meet him sooner. I'm sure you have a lot of catching up to do. He looks at you.
It's, actually, I already met him, technically.
can
Well, I
I
know,
search his
we're
body
catching up
for
to
like
do.
a? Can I search his body for like a journal? Like
Oh
the
yeah,
other
you
guy
can.
had?
You find a small little book, smaller than the journal. You look inside of it, and these writings is unintelligible.
You got a diary?
It's
English
not-
comprehend
Yeah,
language is still up.
comprehend language.
It is not a
His
language that
handwriting is
you
so
have
bad.
recognized.
Oh,
There's one where you can say, and it says "Dear Diary,"
So we
and then the rest is not hard. It's barely that you could make out.
We tried it in maybe my bear. Maybe my bear and my lion were. Maybe my bear and my lion were.
Well, while I'm in the spirit form, can I look at like deciding to now ignore it? Like, obviously, a zero int is not going to be of any help.
So
can
here's
I look
what
around
you-
the room if there's anything else I can notice?
Oh yeah, the room's a little bit different. The bells are now glowing white. All of them except for the middle one, which has the face of the Oni. It's specifically glowing red. This puzzle
Can I ring
still
the bell at all?
confounds me.
I'm gonna try.
Do they change colors?
Oh
gonna
yes,
try to-
some of them changed to blue, while others changed to red.
Cool.
I ring the deer.
You ring the deer? Okay. You ring the deer bell. It
What color?
it glows. It glows blue
Cool.
when it is rang. The picture itself, the bell itself, stays white, but the visage of the deer is blue.
I go over and I ring the bear.
You ring the bear. It glows for you. It glows. For Castor, he looks at it, and the visage of the bear changes from white to red.
I start doing loop-de-loops in my ghostly form.
What do you mean the loopy-loop?
I don't suppose I can actually interact with like.
You can make sign
Be alive.
language and stuff like that.
Can I do like that X thing with my arms?
Yeah, you make an X with your arms.
If I ring it again, does it undo it? And I ring it.
Well, no, you have to steady it. That's how a bell works.
You attempt to ring it again, and it simply stays glowing red for Castor.
Well, I guess if we fuck up once, we're fucked. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna ring the dragon to see if this is like an order.
It's a bell.
You
doesn't stay
ring
ringing.
the dragon bell, and for Castor, it glows blue.
Okay, so deer first, dragon third.
I make circle with arms to indicate that it's glowing blue.
This is gonna hurt because I'm about to go ring the line.
Okay. You ring the lion, and it glows red. All four bells ring in unison, and then everybody needs to give me a Constitution saving throw. Even Castor needs to give it to me. Yes.
Wait,
From
that
beyond the
means Scully
grave.
is-
Yeah,
Scully
Scully's
is-
not looking all that great. He's not looking fantastic. So Simon and Lucius.
Saving throw.
15.
Okay. Alright. Lucius fails, so he takes the full brunt of 13 points of damage. Everybody else takes half of 13. As Castor, you see that your physical form is shuddered. Your metaphysical form is shuddered away from the bell ring. It hurts you even more than when you were in a body.
Weird.
Quasian looks unfazed, but he looks like he has like a shimmer, like somebody hit a funny bone on him, but his face looks unfazed.
Okay.
That tickles, doesn't it?
I will
Yeah,
then.
rightly so. Is this some sort of training montage we're going through here? Are we
I will
bettering
ring-
ourselves in academic study? He like shudders when he says that.
I will ring the deer and then the lion.
Okay, so you ring the deer, and it glows blue for all the ghosts.
Right.
Lion glows blue.
Alright. The dragon
Glows blue.
and then the bear.
Glows blue. They all ring, and the visage of the demon turns blue as the form actually shifts. For everybody in the living, they notice that the demon is now turning to more of an angel. As the magic seems to force the souls back into their bodies as the door to the exit opens up. Quasian gets up holding his, or not
He is
holding
tied
anything.
down. He is tied up. Sorry, not fucking move an inch.
Hello, Castor. I do want to know what this challenge is about. Do you think I can break out of here without breaking a sweat? And he tries.
What's the DC?
Can I light the dynamite?
You do like the dynamite. I always liked a challenge. And he starts
Alright,
glowing on
let's
the
get
dynamite.
the fuck out of here. Let's go. I'll run down the fucking hallway.
You run away from him?
No, I need my rope. That's my magic rope, bro.
Yeah, I know. And it could break if he breaks through it. What's the DC again?
Wait, it's magic.
I don't
isn't it?
fucking know.
It should be on the
It's
item.
magic.
The item
yeah,
has the
look
DC.
it up.
It's called the rope of entanglement, I think.
Yes. 15.
15? Alright, so he needs a athletics. Alright. He succeeds. He breaks free from the rope. Ha! And he chucks the dynamite off him and starts running down the hall with you guys.
Shibari.
It catches him again. Right, you fangled bastard, I'll get out of here again! The dynamite... the dynamite's about to go off.
Alright.
He's-
Shit, yeah. So the rope has 20 hit points.
That's only if you attack it. If you're breaking free of it, it doesn't.
Right, but you
I'm gonna say that this is probably his last chance to get out. So he breaks free again. Ha! I did it again, and he jumps out through the door. You'll have to best me. You'll have to best me yourself, Castor. All right. What's the secret word?
Let's
for this
do a race.
contraption?
Let's go. Hey, come on, pal.
A race, you say? And he says,
Yeah, a race. Let's see who can get to the crystal god first. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go.
"Oh, I do love a challenge," and he takes off running. Do you follow
And
after him, or?
I stop for a bit and I hold everyone's arm. I'm like, he's gonna get himself fucking killed in there. Let's just walk at a leisurely pace and we'll just show up and he's fucking.
The
half
explosives
dead.
go off behind you.
Oh no, we are losing.
Let's go. And I think we could probably end this session on our
Yeah,
soft cozy
absolutely.
as he runs into the lion's den.
You're not sure where
I-
Tenzin found this one, Castor, but it's
Yeah,
very
zero
strange.
I turn to Castor and I'm like, so you're like the smartest in your order is what I'm wagering.
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, that's nice.
As we kind of pull away, as a man starts yelling about challenges and running down the hallway, and our motley crew just give him some time to sort out his own differences.
We're giving him a head start.
You're giving it a head start. We
Too
pull
easy.
out from the crystal maze as it looks like he simply had to move one more room as we look up at the changed orientation of all the maze, and the center is close. Meanwhile, there is a figure behind the party that seems to be catching up. Not one that can see them, but one that appears as a silhouette in the darkness. As his face is known, there's these black robes with the arms torn off. A long flowing white beard and a spotted nose. The visage of Tenzin makes himself known as he is inside the labyrinth. Tune in next week, hopefully, and we should come to a close on Labyrinth of Crystal. As our party has gone through their own set of trials and tribulations, both metaphysical and physical, I would love to end this season off on a real high note, and I hope we can do that next session.
Definitely.
How did you guys like all that?
It was really good.
That was fun.
I had a great
Okay.
time.
I didn't want to
Enjoyed
railroad the
dabbing in
dream
wooden
sequence too much, but there was only so much I could figure out to do with that.
Yeah.
Without being in Zaltu's head specifically. Unfortunately, we don't share one minds.
Not yet.
Sadly.
He needs all
For
the
the better.
2 brain cells he can get. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Anyway, bye.
All right, bye. Have a good one.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.